All right, what is going on, guys? How are you all doing today? What is up? What is up? We got a lot of guys hanging out already. Great to see. We're also going to hit the go live button over on our other apps. We've got 29 different apps that we're live on basically at this point. All right, let's see who's all hanging out right now. We got One-Handed Lefty is the first one in chat. You win the gold star for the day for being the first one. Congratulations. Shadow Tank either going to be the new GOAT or trash. I'm banking on the GOAT. Oh, 100%. That ball is either going to be really good or it's going to be the meme of the year. One or the other. Like, Motive didn't really set themselves up to kind of hit that middle ground for that ball to be meh. It's either going to be, wow, this is actually going to compete against the Black Hammer on tour, or it's going to be, wow, this is going to be the funniest ball to ever see being thrown. So it's going to be interesting, but congratulations. Grumpa, what's going on? Lorinsk, what is up? Joe, Wayne, David, James, Jake, what is going on, guys? Great to see all of you today. We're back to our normal time. We don't have any more recruiting to do. We've got no other things going on. It's great. It's awesome. We're back to our regularly scheduled streams. I always love these streams. These are always so fun. Anthony, what's going on over on TikTok as well? These streams are always great. It's always fun to have them. 6 o'clock is a decent enough time for most people to hopefully be able to make it. I know there's a lot of leagues going on. Hey, JR, what's going on? There's a lot of leagues going on Wednesdays, common league night. So unfortunately, we miss a couple people with that, but we'll try to have some other stream nights throughout the week in the coming future. So that's going to be the goal. But thank you guys so much for coming. What's our stream going to be like today? What's our main title? Well, we had 3 new bowling balls get announced from Storm and then from Motive. We had the Equinox Solid from Storm. We had the Shadow Tank from Motive and the Raptor Rain from Motive. The Raptor Rain is going to be a hill that I'm probably going to be dying on, and I think everyone else is going to be disagreeing with me. Oh, wow. I have never seen more hype for a ball from people who got the ball early. The amount of staffer comments I've seen has been absurd. I've seen ball of the year comments. I've seen everything and anything about how great that ball is going to be and how great that ball already is. So it made me question. I texted a guy like, do you think Motive paid these guys to say like this is the greatest ball ever? Because there were no reviews of the Shadow Tank that came out, but the Raptor Rain was just bop, 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 bop. And the Raptors are never good. They're never that wow bowling ball. That Raptor Rush was fine. It was okay. The Raptor Fury was pretty bad. It wasn't, there were so many better balls for cheaper prices that did what it did and more. So it's going to be a little bit interesting. Going to be a little bit interesting to see what that thing is going to do. But apparently the whole bowling world thinks it's the greatest thing ever. At least anyone who got the ball early thinks it's the greatest thing ever. But let's see who else is hanging in today. Remember, we are live. Let's see if I can get these. We are live on Twitch. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Facebook. We're live on TikTok. We're live on every streaming platform you can imagine. So if you're hanging out right now, I'd really appreciate a like or a follow or a subscription on whatever platform you're on. Best way to help support the channel, completely free, helps you stay notified for any new bowling news that's coming out, a lot of all that stuff. We also have a storm ball that kind of got leaked. That's actually probably will get announced in a couple days. So be ready for that. Hey, Fog, thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate it. Really, really appreciate it. All right, let's keep checking in with all the comments that are going down right now. Let's see. Lorenz Cad one. Do I have to worry about a layout when drilling a plastic ball? So the only time you have to worry about a layout for a plastic ball is if it's not a true plastic. If it's a T-zone, if it's a white dot, if it's an ice, you really don't have to. It doesn't matter. Put the holes where it looks cool. I always like to put the serial number, the USB-C serial number in the palm for somebody. That always seems easiest. Hey, Landon, thank you for the follow on TikTok as well. That just always looks cleanest to me. But yeah, for plastic balls, you don't really have to worry too much. Joe, I got a max effect shortly after getting an RST hyperdrive because I'm not a planner. That is fair. That is fair. You can change the surfaces and be a-okay on those guys, so no problems there. So I got a side comment. I got the new iPhone 17 because this is going to be my new camera. Because cameras are very, very expensive and I'm cheap. So this is going to be my new camera for a lot of things. So far, camera incredible. It gets 4K 60 frames per second. It goes up to 120 frames if you do 1080p. Amazing phone, but it is always has the home screen is lit up just a little bit to show like the time and show notifications, and I can't get used to it. Every time I see it, I'm like, I got a new notification, but I didn't. Also, drink of the day. This is shout out to my mom, to Sherry, who got me these. Olipop SpongeBob. I'm a huge SpongeBob kid, and I was a huge SpongeBob kid. Still am. SpongeBob's still the best. And I didn't know this was a thing. I've never had Olipop before. I have no idea what it is. I know it's like supposed to be like digestive health or something, but it's kind of like fake. Is really it's not doesn't actually help. So I'm very curious to see how this stuff is. I'm hyped about it. I'm way too hyped. What's up with the Shadow Tank? Yeah, the Shadow Tank, a little bit of a story on that. So the Shadow Tank is a 78 hardness bowling ball. So that is the line that the PBA made a couple of years ago for their urethane bowling balls. And for some reason, the Shadow Tank also they brought to that. The interesting thing is the Tank Rampage Pearl, the last tank that was out that got discontinued for no reason, was at 73 hardness. It was softer than all of the urethane, so it was actually able to compete. The problem with Motive for the last like 8 years, they've never had a direct comparison to a urethane ball. All of their urethane-like bowling balls are actually reactive, and they never really act like urethane. So they did this. They made a super hard one with an insanely strong cover that comes at 500 grit. And it doesn't flare. It has the lowest differential of basically any ball on the market. It's like 013 or 017, one or the other. So it's going to go, I assume it's going to go pretty straight and going to hook super early. I saw somebody on YouTube said something about Ron Hicklin. Hicklin had a video about it. Go live. He's the only guy to make a video about the Shadow Tank, which is weird. Usually when that happens, I assume that a ball company kind of told the people like, hey, make your review of the Raptor first. But it's just weird. I'd like to see more opinions of it. But anyways, he made a video and the thing looked like an IQ 78. That's, in all honesty, I want to stay unbiased. In all honesty, it looked like an IQ 78. Motive actually commented, Motive Bowling commented on my original YouTube video saying, you'd be surprised at how strong that ball is. But the surface has to be what does it. So I'm very, very curious to see what that ball does in other people's hands and against other things. I want to see it against the IQ. I want to see it against the black hammer, the purple hammer, whatever it may be. So I don't know yet. I really highly recommend waiting on that Shadow Tank for a while. I'd recommend at least waiting until release day to see more about it. Andrew got the maximum effect, makes me feel like a high rev bowler. Oh, that ball is so strong. That ball is so insanely strong. It's crazy. Wayne, let's get this direct hit started. We have one direct hit quote on the day. Oh, that ball. I love that that's a meme for the channel so much. I still have mine at 500 grit behind me, and it probably will never leave that spot because that ball sucks for me. David, what's going on? Seth White on Twitch, what's going on, man? Good to see you. James, happy October. Thanks. You too. Happy spooky season. I always love Halloween season. It's my favorite holiday. Seth, thank you for helping with the essay. Oh, absolutely, man, for sure. If you have any more questions, Seth, please let me know. Yeah, Seth hit me up and he wanted to have me in an essay of his for school. So that was super, super cool to see. Jake, what's going on? Johnny, Halloween costumes for October ball reviews. Oh, I'll be doing at least a stream with whatever my Halloween costume is. I don't know what it is yet though, so more to come on that front. JR, we saw what's up. Too Tall, what's going on? At Too Tall, we might have some bowling deals going down. We might have some deals going in and where I might be able to get a few more shirts made. So we'll find out. We'll see. Brooks, what's up? Wayne, hopefully you checked your email today. I want my shout out. I did not check my email at all today. I did not. JR shot 300 with the Guru Oracle. Ball rolls awesome. Oh, that's awesome to see. I haven't seen many people throw that ball yet, so it's really cool to see that somebody has thrown it here. See, Apex looks good from the videos I saw. It looks controllable. Yeah, it looks like an IQ 78. The Black Hammer is still the #1 78 hardness bowling ball because it is made with that purple hammer compound. So that's still going to be the best. Gabriel, what's up? A-List just bowled in league 190 average. What a day. Highest game of 227. Congratulations, A-List. That is awesome to hear. Huge congrats. What do you think about the Equinox Solid? Have you tried it yet? No, I have upset all of the bowling companies enough times where I do not get early stuff. Yeah, I noticed that when the Motive stuff came out. I was like, oh, ooh, that's not a list I'm ever going to be on. But I've watched a lot on it. I have a friend who's going to be drilling one very soon. We might be able to get a review of his on the channel sometime soon. And it looks interesting. It looks very interesting. It is that step down from that Ion Max, exactly where it's predicted. It's a little smoother than what Storm advertised it as, so it really reminds me of the Absolute Power. It's like the Absolute Power on steroids is how I'm seeing it. A little bit stronger, a little bit smoother than that. So it's looking okay. I think it's a good spot in the bag, but usually bowling balls in that category do not do well at all. They always do poorly. XL discontinued quickly. Absolute Power discontinued quickly. Origin EX discontinued quickly. So I think it'll be good. It looks okay so far. It just isn't an area that people want to buy balls from. James, have you ever bowled on wood lanes? How does bowling on wood change your arsenal choices? I have. I bowled on wood quite a bit, actually. I bowled a couple tournaments on it. I've bowled league on it a couple of times. And overall, wood just hooks earlier and more. So you just need weaker bowling balls. That's all it is. And really on wood, you're not trying to get your ball to go through the pins the right way. You're just trying to chuck it to the dry and hope there's enough energy to go through the pins is the problem with wood. You're going to get your ball to hook. It's just probably going to hook in the wrong part of the lane is the tough piece. I always had to use super, super weak equipment to even have a chance. I actually won, I won a title. It was like this giant Masters tournament on wood. And by game, like, I think games 1, 2, 3, I was able to throw a pin down Columbia 300 spoiler for like 230, 230, 230. And then I was playing basically 25 and throwing it as hard as I could at the gutter and just praying I hit the pocket and then just shooting 180 all day to win. So it depends how good the wood lanes are. There can be good wood lanes and really, really bad wood lanes. Bad wood lanes, your goal is just throw it hard and pray. Good wood lanes act a little more like synthetics. They just break down quicker and have more friction overall. Let's see. Brooks just left the pro shop with the new Equinox Solid. Hey, let us know how it is, Brooks. Let us know what you think. Let's see. Wayne, 3D Offset Assault is my ball of the year. That ball is good. That ball is really, really good. It just isn't getting any love. It's 140 bucks right now. Super cheap for a ball that strength level. Just, I don't know why. It's a hammer ball, so I thought it'd do well. And it's probably doing okay, but I don't know. It's odd. I think because it's in like that awkward spot, like I just mentioned, where it's not that biggest hooking ball, because people will always buy the biggest hooking ball in bowling. Like people see that giant hook monster, like, I want that, even though most people don't need it. And then they skip over that next step and then they go to the shiny ball. So I think it's a ball that just kind of fell in that abyss a little bit. Seth White, excited to get started. Awesome. I'm glad. Yeah, send me it when you're done with it. I'm curious to see it, or let me know how it goes. JC, pineapple for your motive slander. Oh, I got pineappled. Tony, what's up? Wednesday staple for the bowling community. Big motive fan. And here for the new bowling talk. Awesome. Good. Glad to see you're here. I'm glad that you're enjoying coming in and watching these. I'm really glad all of you guys actually come in and hang out and want to listen to bowling talk all day, even though I don't do any giveaways like some other people. Ha, that's my first slander of the day. I don't have anything to give away. I'm very sorry. James, CTD did a review on the Shadow. Looked all right. Yeah, his looked interesting. I think it's going to be a good lefty ball on a lot of patterns because I think he was on a house shot too. And I don't think that ball is going to be needed on a house shot. It's like a urethane, so it's going to be needed on sport shots. Also, I'm going to try this Ollie Pop quick. Oh boy. Russell, what is up? Vanna, happy Wednesday, you too. Balrog, loving the Origin EX. Are there any balls that have a weak cover and strong core I should be looking at? That's kind of a tough combo to find. The Absolute Power is one. Origin EX is one. Lethal Venom fits that pretty well, actually. That's another one from Motive instead. Brunswick doesn't really have those weak cover, strong core options. Beyond Infinity, kind of. I wouldn't say it is, though. I don't think they really have much in that spot. Alec, looking to replace your Primal Shock in the medium smooth slot. Can be a little too clean. Oh, Primal. No, I wouldn't go Pride Dynasty. I just go Primal Ghost. Just go Primal Ghost. It is exactly what you're asking for. That little bit less clean, little bit smoother. They're very similar. Rod, what is up? I drilled for the first time yesterday and messed up the lateral pitches. Hey, that happens. That always happens. The finger holes collided. That was my first ball I ever drilled for a customer. Like, I drilled probably 10 bowling balls before I actually had a full-time, like a spot at our shop. Not a spot, like my first actual shift. Drilled those all A-okay. I get to that one and I drill the fingers just into each other, because our drill press is digital, like for what direction the holes are, and I messed them up. I messed up the X and the Y axis and toasted. It was a kinetic black. It was that black kinetic from like 5 years ago. because I was drilling a ball for a college kid that went to a Brunswick school. Willie, would you recommend a Typhoon if I already have a Road Warrior? I like my Road Warrior and how snappy it is, but I need something weaker. Yes, then that's where the Typhoon's going to fit really well. Oh, Blevins, 848 with the Idol and UFO alert. Congratulations. That's a callback to like 2022 with that. Really big congratulations. That's awesome to hear. Apex, probably an Equinox or maybe a Phase 2 or Rockstar are solid option. Oh, you're going to that. Adam Rains, what's up? George just pulled a Hazmat Pearl from a mystery box. That's a good pull. That ball's not getting as much love as it should either right now. Ball's doing good. Nub, what's going on over on Twitch? How you doing? Luke, I'm at League right now, and we're assuming the Oiler is broke. Cannot go outside of 10. That's never a good sign. You're in a not fun spot if the Oiler isn't working well. You're going to have to play probably super tight to the pocket and just play deeper, but have a break point of like 10 is going to be your best bet with a super strong ball. Ms. Kita, thoughts regarding the new Black Widow Tour? Black Widow Tour is looking good. Issues of Brooklyn. I'll have to read that in a second. Black Widow Tour. It's looking good. It didn't get much time to actually have marketing, so it's already kind of been forgotten in some senses. But it is looking like that step down in a medium smooth slot. I think a spot that that not many people have right now. It's like below your phase 2s, below your effect tour. So I like where it is. I haven't seen it go down the lane enough yet to actually warrant an opinion. I'm still tempted to drill one myself. I haven't pulled the trigger yet. I just drilled another. I bought a High Road 40 on the super sales that were going on. So like, I don't know if I want to pull the trigger quite yet. Again, I saw some questions on an X in the Pit video from a little while ago where they talked about me. I'm not a staffer, just for the record. I don't get bowling balls for free. I don't get shoes for free. I don't get bags for free. I'm not affiliated with an actual bowling company. I'm affiliated with Bowlers Mart, and that's it. And that I have my 5% commission code, and that's it. So just as a preface for everything, I feel like I have to always be prefacing that just to make sure. Andrew, what weight do you bowl with? Either with 15 pounder. Johan, what's up, man? Greetings from Mr. 27810, the GOAT with the 27810 pickup. Mr. Bogey, first time. Hey, thanks, Mr. Bogey. Welcome in. Welcome in. James D, if my ball is 16.6 at the pins, what would it be off my hand? Probably around 18 and a half, maybe. Mike Mitchell, good to see you too, man. Do you see Brunswick issues of Brooklyn Challenge? No, I do not watch him because he does not like me. And every time I say something, I get mentioned on their podcast. A Brooklyn Challenge did to just anybody, I'm guessing. He's trying to get content creators in it, which means the one that he sends bowling balls to. James White, Ron did a surface change and didn't look good at 3,000. Yeah, that ball's going to look that ball has to be at 500. There's no other option, unfortunately, for any urethanes. Like, don't bring a urethane to like 3,000 grit. Not a good play. Bayou for the $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Bayou. Welcome, welcome. Great to see you again. Really like the way my new Criterion rolled. Good to hear. 256 game 1. Any shoe wrecks that aren't the $250 Dexters? Yeah, if you're okay with a cheaper pair, but they're still interchangeable, then you can go with what I think they were the Dexter Power Tours, I believe is the name. I just sold a bunch of pairs at our shop. They're only like $100. They have an interchangeable slide on one foot. The other one is pretty much just a tennis shoe. They have the BOA system, and they're $100. Totally worth it if you don't want a $250 ball. Really, really worth it. Russell, the level is the closest to urethane you're going to get. A little too close. The absorption rate is very slow. Yeah, the level wants to be. It's still that little bit too weak. So I think the shadow might be close to that is my assumption. Just my guess. Bread Durst, Origin EX is discontinued. It is not discontinued yet. Sorry if I scared anybody. It is not discontinued yet. The Origin EX is still in production. Vito, I just got the Ion Max, but I want the maximum. Do not get the maximum if you have the Ion Max. It's just a little too close together. I should actually open this Olipop. All right. First try at Olipop, SpongeBob edition, Pineapple Paradise, a new kind of soda. It has like no sugar is what I noticed. There's also a new SpongeBob movie coming out. I didn't know that. It has no flavor. That's weird. It's okay. It's not bad. It tastes like pineapple. It's like pineapple juice if you just got rid of all the sugar. Honestly, not bad. Not bad. I kind of like it. I've been looking for drinks with zero sugar that don't have caffeine in them, and I can't find anything. This might be the play. All right, let's get back to it. Rod, I drilled my first ball yesterday. Oh, yeah, we hit that one. Jim, Tank Rampage Pearl is the motive urethane goat. Oh, 100%. Yeah, I'm still baffled that they got rid of the Tank Rampage Pearl. I'm very disappointed at that. Very disappointed. Hey, George Gourmand, thank you so much. Oh, we have a Josh Getty sighting. Look out. Look out for Josh Getty hopping in the chat with a $20 super chat. Thank you so much, Josh. If everyone gave Zach a buck every time they joined the Wednesday live stream, he could buy every new ball and give more unbiased reviews. Yeah, and then the companies will hate me more. No, spam the chat with dollar donations. He'd probably just buy energy drinks with it. You're not wrong. I will buy caffeine with it. I don't have much anymore. It's kind of disappointing. But Josh, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Really means a ton. Thank you. Thank you. I got to get it back out to Pittsburgh at some point. Hey, Jerry Mars sighting. What's going on, man? Equinox Solid. Mind blown. That's awesome to hear. It looks like a good ball. I haven't heard bad things about it yet, minus the colorway. Some people really hate the colorway. I don't hate it. I like the colorway a bit. But other people don't like it. Overall, it looks like a good piece. It's a spot that I think a lot of speed dominant guys are going to really like. It's that it's not a phase 2 look, but it's like an asymmetrical phase 2 rock star, something like that, a little bit stronger. Hey, Lucian, thank you so much for the follow. Really, Luciano, sorry. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Mike, also Brunsnick looks like the guy that takes his shoes off at an airplane. On an airplane. Oh, that's awesome. Rod, I drilled my first ball yesterday and messed up. Oh, hit that. Shadow, if the Tank Blitz, Rampage, and Carbide are widely received, why do they keep putting the Flux core instead of the gear cores? I think they've been trying to match... Motive has been trying to match what a true urethane is, where it's that low flaring but insanely strong cover, is why they went over to the Flux core and they got rid of like the Tank Blitz. Now bring back the Tank Blitz motive. Please. I don't think any motive people are watching this, but if you are, Tank Blitz, please, I need a new one. Mine has absorbed way too much oil at this point, but I'm guessing that's what they're really going for with those, is my idea. Out of the cut bowling, what is going on? How do you compare most of the Brunswick cover stock formula strength? I swear I can't predict what they are. Yeah, I have directly asked Brunswick this, and they don't have anything, unfortunately. They are the one company that keeps everything very, very separated, and they don't even give us why is this one stronger than this one. So we really don't have a clue. It's so tough. Cover stocks are one of my biggest issues with bowling because we just don't know what's in them. Cores, we can put numbers to. Covers, there's a random marketing name and that's it. So it's so tough. You just have to go off of a lot of just reviews and seeing comparisons of the bowling balls and seeing, is it stronger or not? Like, I still couldn't tell you if the Piranha Power Core Pearl cover is stronger than the GB5 Pearl cover. There's no way to tell at all. And we just don't have enough comparisons with Brunswick equipment. I've pleaded for this for a while, but if there's any people who have a ton of Brunswick bowling balls, make comparisons of these bowling balls. That's what we need. Seeing you strike on a house shot 15 times with the same ball and saying, wow, this thing's cool, doesn't really help us. But if we could see, GB5 Pearl versus Piranha Power Core Pearl would be amazing to at least be able to tell, because we can tell which core is stronger. But it's hard to tell which cover is strong, and the cover is more important than the core. So that would be great, but alas, a man can dream. A man can dream. Bread, Lethal Venom looks money. Lethal Venom's so iffy. I liked it at first. Michael Davidson broke a tour record with it. And it's okay from straight, but you can't get deep with it because it's just so smooth, so big and so smooth. Waniac, what's going on with my house? There's feels like there's 40 plus mils at 45 feet. That's absurd. Yeah, someone could have gotten angry. House guy, whoever puts out the pattern got angry and just put out a flood. You might have to play up the gutter. Usually they're not going to put too much oil on the gutter. They might have just made a super cliffed pattern. That happens way more than it should. Way more. Gabriel, should I get a Road Warrior for a good replacement for the HX10? I understand the Venom is good, but for 150, it's not that cheap for a mid-tier ball. HX10 is so old. I think you can get a lot there. The problem was that ball was dull, I believe, and the Road Warrior is going to be a lot cleaner. So if you're okay with something a little cleaner, you're good to go. But if you're not, you might have to lean towards something like that Venom Shock, GB5, something like that. And Jerry said, looks like an IQ AI and a phase AI had a baby. That is a weird love pairing. But yeah, I guess the colors make sense. That's fair. I love it. Wayne, did not think I would talk about bowling ball babies tonight, but here we are. This is going to get weird. Now, Wayne, 3D got released same day as the Mania. Yeah, everything in that Mania area just got smoked. Everything in there, no one cared about except for the Mania. Nordstrom Elf, my ball speed is 13 with 330 revs. Yeah, I think a Typhoon's a great play. You're definitely rev dominant, so that's going to be a good choice. Wayne, part of the reason, yep. Eddie just shot 812, 300 with a hyperdrive because I have an Ion Max, was def a guest layout. Hey, congratulations, man. That's a massive set. Good job. Love to see that. Absolutely love to see that. Luciano just started fingertip bowling and picked up a Rotogrip Haywire. That is an older ball, super, super smooth down lane. A little bit stronger, a little bit smoother. It's an okay first choice. It was probably cheap or free, so I think that's a great option. Like, good luck with it. Try to get some, figure out your form, figure out your game a little bit, and then go from there. Shadow. So do companies not like you since you're honest? I mean, I shouldn't say they don't like me. There are many smaller creators who've been reached out to by ball companies that have been signed in weird ways, and I've never once talked to an actual bowling ball company. So yeah, it's hard to knowing that I'm gonna be mean to a ball if it sucks is not great. It's bad for marketing. Like, honestly, if I was in a business, I would do the same thing of, ooh, that guy's going to be mean to my stuff if I give it to him. I would rather give it to the guy who's going to say this is the greatest thing ever. I mean, shout out to all the motive posts about the Raptor saying it, literally calling it the ball of the year. Like, that's the people you want talking about your ball because it sells them. Don Dickey, what's going on, man? Great to see you. Black Widow, Toxin, Low Flare, and Arctic Vibe. I like it. I like it. Hey, Big Mike, what's up? Do you have to buy the ball when you drilled it that way? Did you have to buy the ball when you drilled it that way? Which one? Which one are you talking about, Big Mike? Nub, just shiny hunting Mew. Oh, you're starting the shiny living desk. Good luck, man. That's a Johnstone thing to do. That's a tall order. That's a very tall order. John, what is the Ion Pro Solid compared to the Phase 2? Yeah, it's a step down. It's a perfect step down, in my opinion. You can go Phase 2 directly down to the Ion Pro Solid. Ion Pro Solid is actually a ball that is in the Ball of the Year race, in my opinion. I think that is that probably is number 1 or number 2 in my opinion. That and the Evoke Hysteria are going to be up there. Evoke Hysteria I put there solely with the PBA success. Ion Pro Solid is just really good. That ball is really, really good. It's a better version of the original Ion Pro. So I think that is a fantastic, fantastic bowling ball. Amazing Robin was set on the Ion Max, but now the Equinox and Raptor release. I mean, it's hard because those super strong balls are never going to be the best choice for a lot of league nights. You're going to want that step below it, which is what the Equinox Solid and the Raptor Rain fit into, which we haven't really talked about the Raptor Rain, by the way. Motive released the Raptor Rain. It's a solid Raptor symmetrical core, strongest symmetrical core on the market, or one of the strongest, with a super strong cover stock. Still a little quick down lane. I think that versus the Equinox Solid will be fun to see. I can put a $30 bet that the hype is going to be making a video comparing those two. So I very much expect that happening. Also, Ms. Kita and RBGM, thank you so much for the gifts over on TikTok. Really appreciate that, guys. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Did anyone have any recommendations on hamstring strengthening? I have some issues because I'm 43. I would recommend just Google. I'd recommend Googling some stretches, some strength training, and there's tons for hammies. Hammies are one of the, biggest muscles for any sport person. So you're going to see plenty of options for that. Ooh, jump rope. That's a good choice. Jaden Wynn, where would the archetype hybrid fit? Strong sharp. Stronger ball, earlier ball in the strong sharp category. George Gorman, love your videos. Thank you, George. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. LJ, should your lower back be hurting after bowling? No, it should not. But if you bowled a lot in the last couple days, it does happen. Like for me, I notice my back is hurting more and more when I bowl. Now, I'm way too tall to be bowling, so that's one issue. But it's also, I can tell there's something with my game where I'm putting a little too much emphasis on that right side of my back. So I need to fix that as well. It's usually something with your form that's causing the issue, or just overuse and just not strengthening it enough. G Bryant, what's good? What are you drinking? I'm drinking a gift from my mom, Olipop SpongeBob edition. So I'm super excited to see I mean, sorry, I shouldn't say I'm super excited. I have tried it, and it's very calm flavor. I've never had an Olipop before. I'm a fan, honestly. I think it's good. I don't know how much it was. She sent it with something else, and she was like, "Yeah, I saw this and thought you needed it." So it's good. It's overall good. Ricky, $5 super chat. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Need a wreck. Balanced one-handed Black Widow Mania, Hater Pearl, or the original Theorem. I would go Black Widow Mania. Hater Pearl is a little too quick. Theorem is still really good, a little weaker though, but this could fit in that strong, sharp category. Definitely. D20, can the Ion Pro Solid be in the same bag as the Ion Pro? Yes, but you have to make sure that the surfaces are different. I would recommend having the Ion Pro a little more dull and the Pro Solid a little shinier, because the Pro Solid is overall quicker than the hybrid, which is backwards, completely backwards, but that is how it is. Forest, what's a better overall ball? Hammerhead, GB5, and the stealth mode. They are all really good. They're three of the best symmetrical solids on the market, especially for Brunswick. That's like your main options. I wouldn't go with a Pulse. I wouldn't go with any others. Those three will be the big dogs. I like the Game Breaker 5 best. The stealth mode is very early. Stealth mode is super early. So if you want a more versatile ball, go GB5 or Hammerhead. Hammerhead's a little quicker down lane. GB5's in the middle. Stealth mode is earliest and smoothest. Let's see. Shadow. How was I not aware there was a live today? Oh, it's all good. I posted really late on TikTok that I was going live on my story. It was like 30 minutes ago. I was a little behind the game on that one. I was ahead on everything else, behind on that one. Beastie on Twitch. Why is my bubblegum vibe hooking way earlier than my phase 2? Oh, that's interesting. It shouldn't be. The phase 2 might be burning up energy. It might be hooking too early. And then just not looking like it's hooking down lane is my guess. Because the phase 2 is way stronger than the vibe. But that's in terms of front to back. James D, if my speed off my hand is 18, where would that put me on the bowlers type? 18, 415. I think on the chart, you're a little more rev dominant, I think. Mike, agree with you on caffeine. My blood type is coffee. Oh, yeah, mine's caffeine. Mine's caffeine. Absolutely. Luke Hicks, in your recent video about handicap, do you believe handicap should be used in top-level competition? No. I think there needs to be two different sports. Well, not sports. Two different competitions. There's scratch bowling and handicap bowling. Now, I understand, unfortunately, scratch bowling will always have less people because you can't, if you're somebody in, who just can't compete as much in a scratch tournament, why go? You would rather go to the stuff you can compete in, which is handicap tournaments. So I think you need both. But I think if you're looking at the top of the top, it needs to be scratch. But I think some high money handicap events are good. True amateur tournament, even though they pay out like one of every 90 people, they pay a lot of money. That's one of the highest paying tournaments in the nation. There's a ton of high handicap tournaments. So I think you need both. I think you need both handicap and scratch tournaments to be able to stand a chance. RBGM, why is Evoke Hysteria so good? I love that ball and stop throwing the Venom Shock Sense. It's exactly what you want from a strong and sharp bowling ball. It is round, continuous. It's not too late, not too early. It just fits the perfect spot in a lot of situations. Kind of like how the phase 2 is so good, where it always fits the right position, right spot in the bag. That's where the Evoke Hysteria goes as well. It just works for so many different people, and that's the good one. Balrog, Luke Rosdahl said the Raptor Rain is like a Rockstar phase 2. What do you think? And is the motive chart accurate? No, I think it's stronger than those two. I know the Raptor Fury, the old one, was way earlier. That was like above a stealth mode by a little bit, is where that one was. And the Raptor Rain doesn't seem much different. It seems a little quicker down lane. So I think motive is generally very, very accurate on their ball guide. I very rarely have an issue with Motive's ball guide. Everything kind of fits perfectly in line. Storm's ball guide is not very good. Brunswick doesn't even put out a ball guide. Motive has a really good one, so I really trust them. Luke's was interesting. I was a little shocked on that. I usually am agreeing with him like 95% of the time. There's a couple instances, though, where he has a take that just seems off. This one seems odd. I would have loved to see the direct one-to-one comparison of those bowling balls, like on the same lane. I know that's something he doesn't do and doesn't really have the time for, but that would have been really cool to see, especially as somebody who has access, who has a lot of bowling balls. That's one of the problems with Motive, too. We don't see many comparisons between Motive and other brands as often as we do with, like, Storm. Duncan, what would you suggest is a good ball up from the Sub-Zero? I would go Jackal Onyx, honestly. Jackal Onyx is the play. Mike, just got my wife Bowling with me, start with a 12-pound raw. Once she gets better, she should go with motive because regardless of weight, they use the same core. True. If you want the most hook at like 13 pounds, go with motive. If you get up to 14, you can kind of go with anybody. But 13, that would be a good one for that. Yofo, what's going on, man? Christian Todd, can't hold lane with a black raw. My speed is 16, thinking of shining it. Yeah, the raw is going to be the weakest ball you can get on the market minus plastic. So I'd recommend shining it, or your rev rate is just super, super high, or there's no oil on your lanes is my guess. G20, we hit. G Brian, I'm hyped. Just copped the Rockstar for 50. Ooh, that's a good deal. That's a really good deal. Nice job, man. Love to see that. Vernell, what should I swap my EJ Venom with? EJ Venom is kind of, I would say the EJ Venom is a little similar to that Raptor Rain. Yeah, Lethal Venom might be a better option, but they're different. They're so different. I would still go Lethal Venom. I think Lethal Venom is technically the closest ball to it. Hunter Moore, what's up, man? You have the Obsession and the IQ Ruby. What do you think about Black Widow Tour and IQ AI? I don't think the Black Widow Tour is a replacement. I think it's more of a complement. It's going to hook later and be quicker. IQ AI is the best replacement to the Ruby that we have on the market right now. It's not a perfect replacement, but it's close enough. The closest that we can get to that reaction. All right, Steven on Twitch. So I bought one of the limited edition house balls. Is it worth saving or should I drill it? Honestly, I don't know if that's a ball that's going to be like selling for $500 one day. So it is just plastic. So I would personally drill it. It looks super dope. I can't believe it's so cool that those guys did that. I didn't know it was a thing for a while until very recently. So huge congratulations to the house guys for drilling, for having their own bowling balls. That's super awesome. I didn't see what they were selling them for or anything. Big Mike, when you said you messed up drilling the kinetic ball, did you have to buy it? So yeah, at our shop, if we mess up, we'll just buy a new ball. It's the easiest way to go at it. If the person is okay with just plugging and re-drilling, like if it's a ball that's already plugged, it's a different story. But if it's a brand new ball that you would mess up, you just buy a new one. That's the right way to go at it. Which sucks. It's a little bit of a money drop, but it happens. Mistakes happen. Nobody's perfect. Shout out Hannah Montana. Loki, what's better on house pattern? Phase 2 or Rockstar? Rockstar. Definitely Rockstar. It's a little quicker. Revs on the left. Have no fear. Revs is here. Love it. 1500 grit. What does bowling ball polish do to the ball when is it necessary? So bowling ball polish just boosts the surface of it. So, you know, bowling ball surface is just with like a sandpaper pad is how we rate it. Like 500 grit, super, super rough. 1000 grit, little smoother. 2000 grit, little smoother. Polish, what it does is it just bumps that way up. It makes the ball hook a lot later and be a lot sharper down lane. So if you have a problem with the ball hooking early, put some polish on it. It's a good way to do it. All pearl balls, most pearl balls, I should say, come with polish on them already from the company. And not all, shouldn't say all. Galloway, just bought the Moto Primal Ghost. Should that be a step up, down, or close to the Rockstar? I think it's close. I would say like a half step up at most, and then a little smoother. Steve, looking for a purple hammer replacement. A second purple hammer. There really isn't a replacement because it's the best urethane on the market. The tank really won't be a very good replacement. It's way different. It's going to be way slower down lane. So if you want something different, you could go black hammer. Pitch black if you want a storm ball, but otherwise I just get another purple. Well, the purple never goes bad. Urethane doesn't absorb oil, so it doesn't really get old. CR15, eyeing a Black Widow Mania. Is it different enough if I already have a storm strong sharp ball? I wouldn't if you already have a strong sharp ball, because the ball fits right in the middle of that category. So I would avoid it in that case. Jaybird, what is going on, man? Great to see you. Ricky, on your Brunswick chart, you have the Black Widow Mania above the Hater Pearl, but the Hater hooks earlier, kind of asking. So yeah, that is a good question and a good point. So anybody who's following the YouTube lately, and soon the TikTok, because I'll have it out there within the next like week or so, we made categorization guides for all three companies. What we did is we grabbed every bowling ball in production from these companies and we put them on a chart, categorizing them, ranking them all against each other in terms of strength. So we put them in our 6 categories on the channel: strong smooth, strong sharp, medium smooth, medium sharp, weak smooth, weak sharp. And then we pitted them against each other. So is the Ion Max or the RST Hyperdrive stronger? Ion Maxes, so we put it in the right spot. So there are Now, the motive guide, I'm 100% confident on. I think that one is spot on. I think that one's perfect. Storm guide that's coming out next week, I think that one's pretty close. I don't think it's perfect, but I think it's pretty close. Now, the Brunswick guide, there were 65 bowling balls on that list, and it's way too many, and nobody that I have any access to can compare almost any of them against each other. So a lot of them were a lot of just recommendation or research, like where's the core, where's the cover look like, watch a couple reviews to try to pit them against each other. Now, as Ricky's saying, he's saying that the Black Widow Mania hooks later than the Hater Pearl. So from everything I was seeing based on RGs, diffs, covers, if you drill them both the exact same in the same situation, the Mania should hook earlier. That is how the numbers and the cover are. Now, on the lane is a different beast because a ball might look like it's one way, but then react way different. So I have never seen the Hater Pearl and the Black Widow Mania actually thrown on the same condition against each other. Unfortunately, I had to go off the numbers and a lot of just wrecks. And so some of those could be inaccurate on the Brunswick guide because very few people have thrown a lot of those balls. Like, I haven't seen the Power Hitter since release. I've barely seen the Black Widow Tour since release because Brunswick doesn't market a lot of their stuff after the ball goes live. They will post like a little thing on Facebook. Sorry, this sounds like I'm throwing a lot of shade. They'll post like a picture of it on Facebook and saying like, this ball's really good. It's like, I would love to see more. Like Storm is still posting about the Cove and Ember. Those released in August, a month and a half ago, and they are still pumping out videos with Daria, with other people showcasing those bowling balls. Revs, I have the Mania and Hater Pearl. I know I have a problem. Hater for me is longer. There you go. And that's the tough thing too in bowling. You ask 5 people what they think between ball A and ball B, they're going to give you 5 different answers. That's the tough one too. I wish there was a way to actually truly test these bowling balls against each other with the same exact oil, same exact conditions, everything, but that just isn't a market that exists in the bowling world right now. Aaron Springborn, what is going on? Good to see you, man. Bruce G, what is your opinion on pyramid bowling balls? I don't recommend them. They are like they are just the cheap version. They're like the noodle version of bowling balls, I think is the best way to put it. They're harder, they're smoother, they're cheap, but they're just not really bowling balls you need to go for. The main 11 brands are just way better, and swag as well is better. Also, yeah, 10,000 likes on TikTok. Thank you so much, everybody who's spamming the like button over there. Make sure to hit the like button on every channel that you can. Yeah, TikTok, thank you so much. That's absurd. That is so many likes. Bread Durst, where would the High Road 40 fit for Rev Dominant? It's a weak smooth or weak sharp bowling ball. Definitely still weak sharp for Rev Dominant. Randy, any early winner for Ball of the Year? Right now, it's a fight between the Evoke Hysteria and the Ion Pro Solid. No one else has come close in that fight, but we'll give it time because I wouldn't want to rate like the Black Widow Tour. I don't think it deserves an argument yet for Ball of the Year because it hasn't been out long enough. So like I said, I keep saying that people said Raptor Rain is Ball of the Year. I saw it on at least 5 or 6 posts. We can't say that because nobody's thrown it yet. So in my opinion, we have to wait at least a couple months to see if a ball actually deserves a spot on that quote unquote Ball of the Year race. But so I don't think a lot of the new ones deserve it yet until we see like, wow, these things are really good and popping off. I think the underrated Ball of the Year is going to be the Combat though. That Combat is really good and nobody's buying it. Crazy. Joe, thank you for the follow on TikTok. And also, who else did I saw? Dana Banana, thank you so much for the follow on TikTok. Really appreciate it. Billy M, what are some tips to get more of a free swing? Should you let the hand naturally drop on the push away or should I guide it? You should not guide it. You should just let the ball do its thing. It's like if you just hold it in front of you and just let it drop and let it drop like your swing, act like a pendulum is the best way to do it. That's going to help you learn it. Wayne, I have about 12 of the B7 balls that you have in the strong smooth and strong sharp and give you a breakdown of what I see out of them strength wise. I mean, yeah, if you want to type it up quick, I'm in. Mark Weidman, where's the Roto Grip Exit Red? What in the blow is that thing? Roto Grip Exit Hyper Response Solid Hefty Core. I mean, I'd say a step below the Ion Max. Step below an Ion Max is the best spot. All right, Fanta, mom sponsor. How can we trust your Olipop review? That's a fair point. I'm sorry, guys. I've been lying about you about Olipop all these years, even though today's the first day I've ever drank this stuff. I'm sorry. I'm lying. It is actually pretty good. But remember, the support digestive health is actually a myth and just something they lied about. That's kind of an entertaining YouTube video if you want to go down a rabbit hole at some point. Yofo, after bowling so much, I now look like one of those crabs with one large arm. Hey, that is the Ryan Simonelli way. Ryan Simonelli was notorious where his left forearm was just beefy and his right forearm was like if you watch an episode of SpongeBob where he's got the one scrawny arm and then he's got like the fake buff arm, that's what it looked like. It was hilarious. Big Ben, should I get a pink vibe? Maybe. It depends what you have, Ben. Yeah, it's a stronger, weak and sharp bowling ball. It's good. It's a really good Brunswick ball, but yeah, I think it's a good option and it's cheap also. Ms. Kita, that's me spamming with the likes. Hey, thank you, Ms. Kita. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Death by Sparky, replacing my Fatal with the Shock and looking to replace the Crimson Jackal with something stronger. You're not going to find much stronger than the Crimson Jackal. A Jackal EJ would fit well, but that isn't a thing anymore, unfortunately. That's hard to get. Also, Joshua, thank you for the $5 super chat, man. Speed dominant, low rev lefty. Recently, the 4K grit has worked better than the 2K and 3K. Could be low volume or that I play straighter angles. Could be both. So, I mean, 4,000 grit is going to hook later and be sharper down lane. So, as a lefty, you probably like that hook that's later from a 4,000 grit pad. And there's probably less oil on your house shot. So, yeah, that makes sense. Your next step, if that's still hooking too early, is polish. 1,500 grit polish will hook later than 4,000 grit. That's awesome, though. Love to see that. Let's see, Wayne, because I see some way differently than you do on the B7 Roundup. Okay, that's interesting to know. Lazy Lion, my vote for Vol of the Year is Primal Ghost. Yeah, give us like a month and we'll be able to actually like truly judge that ball. Because the way to tell if a ball is Ball of the Year is not if like you personally love it. It's more if the entire world of bowling loves it. That's the big way to know if a ball is good is it usable with a lot of people? So like that's where like I make fun of the direct hits so often because I think a very small niche amount of people truly do like that ball. So I don't think it's good because that ball can be a boat anchor for a lot of people who purchase it. And the goal of a bowling ball is to be usable for more people. That's how it's actually good. So that's one issue of it. Fred Flintstone, theoretical 3-ball, Raptor Rain, Evoke Hysteria, Venom Shock. There you go. I like it. RJ, bowl house, both heavy and medium light. To pick one, Attention Star, Equinox, Equinox. Corey, what's going on? Why do bowling balls get discontinued? Yeah, good question. The main reason bowling balls get discontinued is they just stop selling well. So bowling balls have a very short lifespan. That's with any product out there, not just bowling balls, but anything. Once sales get down to a low enough point, they take it off the shelves and introduce something new because new sells. We have the attention spans are shorter. We want more stuff quicker. So the best way to go through that is just having more new stuff thrown at you. So bowling, they found out that the first 2 months of a ball release, the ball sells like crazy. And then it just plummets. So that's why you see a lot of bowling balls get discontinued early. I think Radical actually came out with a statement, not truly from the Radical account, but from Phil, who's radical, who said, yeah, we don't keep bowling balls very long because we just pump out something new because it's just not selling well. And that's how it is. So if a ball's not selling well, it's going to get discontinued and they're going to move on to something that's going to sell well. Hey, JR Pro Shop, what's going on? After 90 days, a ball isn't considered new anymore. Yes. Yeah, 90 days is a good point too. Yeah, so once that happens, sales plummet unless it's a really good bowling ball. Ion Pro Solid, for example, it's been out for a while now. That ball's still selling well. Phase 2 has been around for 78 years. That ball's still one of the top 10 selling balls every single year because it is the GOAT. Purple Hammer, still the GOAT, selling a ton. Those bowling balls end up selling well. The really, really good ones never truly drop a whole lot. But a lot of the other ones, they just have very short hype cycles. The problem, I think one other problem is too, it's kind of a chicken or egg, what came first, chicken or egg situation. But We don't really do a good job at showcasing bowling balls after the release. It actually caused me to make I'm making a series now that I'm going to release on all of my platforms where I actually talk about bowling balls in the past. So what we're doing is we're starting with our 2025 releases. I'm looking through all the companies for January, February, and March and saying, how have these bowling balls aged? Are they worth it now, or should you ignore them? And I'm really hoping that helps reinvigorate some of the good bowling balls so we don't keep some of the bad ones on the market, and it helps give some influence to the bowling balls that were really good but released 9 months ago. So, long answer to your question, Corey. Sorry, got a little ranty, but that's what we kind of sign up for here is you get a lot of Zach rants. You like it or hate it. If I like it or hate it too. Because I have no voice and have to drink this above average Olipop. Jacob H, do you think the new Hammer Tour V1 is a good complement to the 2.0 or 2? Oh, it's way different than the 2.0. Yeah, don't worry about that. If you mean the 2.0 solid, yes. 2.0 hybrid, it's a little bit of it's a step down, but not a crazy step down. So that one's a little closer. But if you mean the 2.0 solid, way different. Big Mike, Big Mick. I tried the Black Widow 3.0, but I can't get it down lane without hooking too early. Would you suggest the 2.0? You might, I would recommend shining it before getting rid of it or anything. Try putting some polish on it. It'll get a little further down lane for you, or you might have to boost that speed up a little bit. Jeez, words are hard today. Boost that speed up a little bit as well. Kayla, thank you for the heart, me. Appreciate it. Patrick and Paul, thank you for the follow on TikTok. Thank you, man. Patrick, I was given a Zen Master with 12 games on it. Zen Master was good. It was super smooth. It's basically the Sublime Focus that's out right now. So it's going to be that middle of the road, super smooth, super slow ball. JR, Widow Tour V1 is a good complement to the Effect Tour. Yeah, that's a 1-2 wombo combo of Effect Tour down to the Black Widow Tour. Yes, I got to not mix up the name. But I think that's a fantastic 1-2, especially as JR is saying. And I'm guessing it's Barks right now who has definitely thrown both of those balls. I actually just got my second Effect Tour in because that ball's goated. Still one of the best balls I've thrown in a minute. Ms. Keto with 15,000 likes on TikTok. Huge thank you for that. Appreciate it. Russell, if I have the Gremlin, Equinox, and Attention Star, should I get a Hyperdrive Pearl? No. You have a lot of ASIM Pearls, so I'd avoid the Hyperdrive Pearl in that case. It is a lucky guess. Also, patterns. That guy, Tyler, great to see you again. Hey, thanks, Tyler. Good to see you, too. I have a Shiny Physics Blackout, Black Widow 2.0 Solid, a Fate, and a Typhoon. Okay. I feel like I need a good benchmark that's non-brand biased. Yeah. You have a lot of good options. So it's going to be a ball down from that Black Widow 2.0 Solid. Rockstar, still amazing. Phase 2, awesome. I don't think you need a stealth mode. I think a Hammerhead fits a little bit better for you from the Brunswick brands. And then Motive, Venom Shock. When in doubt, grab a Venom Shock from Motive. It's always a safe option, but I think any of those will be good for you, Tyler. ISO, bought a Storm Lightning Blackout for $50. Wow, that's a crazy price. I don't know anything about it. Yeah, so the Blackout was weird. It was insanely overpriced when it came out because it is basically the core of a Hustle, super, super weak core, but the cover stock is a really strong Pearl cover stock. It's great for playing straighter, great for house shots, not great in a lot of other situations outside of those two spots. But if you do that, you're going to like it a lot. A lot of people love that ball. But it was $200 when it came out. Way too pricey when you can just get a Hustle for $110. But yeah, I would go with that. Steven, I just got it. It was $125. Looks even better in person. Love to hear that, man. Love to hear that. Billy, how's it going? I'm definitely not rev dominant, but unsure if I'm speed dominant. What would be a great 3-ball arsenal for someone like me? Billy, there are probably about 1,000 combos we can go with. I'd recommend checking out my balanced arsenal video over on YouTube, and that'll be able to help you out, get you some options from every single brand to be able to make a true arsenal. Dondrick, what would be the best mild to middle ASEM to blend wet dry? Origin EX. Origin EX is going to be a really good one right now. Theorem Solid is going to be on that list. And then I think Equinox Solid is going to fit there as well once it releases in like 2.5 weeks. DJ Settle. Hello from my league night. What's going on? Miss getting to hop on and listen live. I was wondering if I dull my Halo Pearl with 1500, would the Equinox Solid be similar? Ooh, wow, that's a puzzle. Old Halo Pearl. I actually have one undrilled yet. I need to put holes in that thing. 1500 grit. I think it'll be smoother. Honestly, that Halo core was so smooth and slow. I think it's going to be about the same hook potential, but it's going to be more smooth than the Equinox Solid. But that's a cool question. That's like my favorite part of these live streams, by the way, is like, here's an old ball. How does it compare to this brand new ball? And it's something that you don't really get much of. Like, it's very hard to compare a Halo Pearl to an Equinox Solid in a lot of cases because Halo Pearl's 7 years old at this point, 6 years old. Still one of the best colorways I've seen in a bowling ball. I adore the Halo Pearl colorway. Aaron, I'm going to throw a wild card question. For you personally, how do you decide? Sorry, I got to do TikTok's little game to make sure I'm actually live. How do you decide for yourself what balls are best for you and what companies and what are your needs? So my best way to when I learned was guess and test. I bought a lot of used bowling balls and tried those out and found what ones I hated and what ones I really liked. And it was cheaper, but I was guessing a lot because there wasn't much for education online in terms of like, how do all of these bowling balls compare and which brand do I like better? Now, that made me not throw Motive because Motive used equipment is impossible to buy anywhere online. Motive fans eat up Motive bowling balls that are used. It's very hard to find. I think I was able to find a Venom Shock once for like $90, but otherwise it was very hard to get anything else. So that was my way. However, I would recommend just more research. It's cheaper, a lot cheaper to do research on bowling balls than actually buying a bunch and then being out $1,000. It's tough though. It's a very tough thing. In general, if you have a problem hooking the ball, Motive's going to be more your friend. If you have a problem getting the ball to slow down, Storm and Brunswick will be more your friends. Also, Nate, thank you so much for the follow on TikTok. I saw you had a question too, man. First ball that comes to me if I'm replacing my original UFO. Ion Max. Definitely Ion Max. Vito, 18 to 20 offhand, 13 to 15 at the pins. Would you recommend anything else? I mean, no, I think you got it down, Vito. And Aaron, it seems like everyone has their own way to do reviews. Some do house shots, and they, of course, vary. Some do one or more patterns. Like Danielle McEwen does a new ball in a shorter pattern and then a longer pattern. JR does that too. Yeah, that's the thing. There's a billion ways. It's not there's no science behind a ball review. Everyone has their own way. If we go through a lot of the main ball reviewers, JR, they did house shots for a while. They do a short and a long pattern sometimes. Danielle, I don't know what does Danielle post on? Did she have a YouTube? I wouldn't know it if she did. Luke Rosdahl, he always puts out, I believe it's Krypton, Kegel pattern or Chromium. No, Chromium, not Krypton, Chromium. Chromium oil pattern, which is like a slightly harder house shot. Pretty much a house shot though. Louis Napolis only bowls on house shot. Ron Hickland I think he puts out patterns once in a while, but 99% of the time it's just a house shot. J.R. Raymond, just a house shot. So most people do house shot because it will make a ball look better. But it is harder to see the differences. So most people right now are doing live com for their ball reviews where they'll be talking the entire time. Some people, very few people are doing the get a bunch of clips and then talk about it afterwards. That's something Luke does and has done forever. And that's something actually I do in my ball reviews. I like that a little better to be able to digest what the ball did, take a little bit of time to think about it, rewatch the clips and see what I truly think about the ball. 1.5 billion different ways to go at it. Also, Nerdy Bowler with the heart me on TikTok. Thank you, man. So yeah, there's 100 ways to do it. Which way is the right way? None, honestly. You can do it whatever way you want, really, whatever way. Jaybird, how do you feel about my league arsenal? Phase 2, Sublime, Road Warrior. And then Criterion Solid, Theorem Hybrid, and Stealth Hybrid for winter. I like that. I like it a lot. Colin, what's going on? Colin, good to see you on TikTok. Hopefully you're doing good today. I'm throwing my new Black Widow Tour V1, 231 game 1. Congrats. That is awesome to hear. Glad you're enjoying that ball. Glad you're enjoying it. Paul, rookie bowler here. Is the Rotogrip Ultra Wrecker a decent starter ball? If you mean Ultimate Wrecker, yes. I don't know the Ultra Wrecker, I don't think is a ball. Ultimate Wrecker, yes. Jake, is the Tour V1 good for a Widow and especially a Tour ball? I've seen very little. Yeah. The reason you're not seeing much about it is because Brunswick Brunswick was let's be honest. Going back to that, Brunswick doesn't send me stuff. This might be why. Brunswick they gave their ball a week of marketing time. Bowling balls usually get 3 weeks of marketing time, but my conspiracy theory is that they wanted to get their ball releases out right before Storm because they always release a day before Storm. That's just how they do it. However, this time they might have cost themselves because like the Black Widow Mania and a couple of those, or Black Widow Tour and a couple of those bowling balls that just released, they announced them on Tuesday, and within 9 days, they had the bowling balls out on the market. Actually, my guy at the pro shop, he was like, no, these balls release in October. They don't release for a while. I was like, no, they release in like 5 days. When I talked to him, I was like, what? They changed it then. So I assume they were trying to one-up Storm. I assume so. Revs on the left. I got my Tour V1 from a mystery box. What? Why did I get the Dark Side and the Beyond Infinity and you get that? I'm never gambling again. Actually, I will. I'll be gambling again. Tyler, I'm a I'm a righty, two-handed, slightly rev dominant. Physics Blackout, Black Widow 2.0 solid, Fate Typhoon, Pink Widow. Yeah. Oh, we hit that one already. Jeremy, heard much about the new Bolero oil. Yeah, there's like red and blue. I know nothing about it. I know Chris Barnes talked about it a little bit in his last Equinox Solid review, but I don't have a Bolero anywhere near me, so I don't really know much about it. I do know Kegel made custom oil for those guys, which is cool. I like that. I currently throwing a GB5 and a Raptor Rush. Probably something weaker and sharp. Crown Victory could be kind of good for you. High Road 40, Max Thrill Pearl, something like that. Jake already qualified for Junior Gold Nationals in Minnesota. Hey, congratulations. I will see you there. All those centers are about 60 miles away from me. So I will be at Junior Gold a lot this year. So in like 9 months, hopefully I get to see a ton of you guys out at Junior Gold because I'm going to be there a ton. And Vito, thank you for the follow, man. Appreciate it. Steven, Surface Suggestion, Max Still Solid and Pearl, 3000 grit. Yeah, Chromium, perfect. Jim Carnell, Theorem Solid is a tight runner-up. Theorem Solid is looking good, but again, that one is pretty new, so I don't have much to say about it yet. It is really good. It's looking really good for a lot of people. I'm hoping I can get one at some point. I don't want to put it anywhere yet because it is so new. Wayne, your opinion on the Ion Pro Solid and Combat are the exact opposite of X in the Pit. Well, yeah, those guys flamed me for the Cypher Pearl. Like full jokes. They did flame me a little bit on that. I think they called me a staffer and then said I haven't thrown the balls. But no, I've seen the Combat and the Ion Pro Solid wreck pattern. They're really good. The Ion Pro Solid again has also had high level amateur success. It's had professional success. It's had success all across the board. Now the Combat, I haven't seen many Brunswick guys throwing it. I haven't seen Brunswick guys throwing a whole ton of stuff lately. I'm not in an area with a ton of Brunswick staffers. But they are good. They are good. And my opinions are not just from my own game. That's one problem I think that we can have in bowling is I threw this ball and I really like it, but like most other people might absolutely despise that ball. Like for me, Radical Xeno Pearl, super old ball. I adore it. It has a soft spot in my heart. But the ball sucked. I can be very honest on that. That ball was terrible. Storm Axiom, really bad ball in a lot of cases. I thought that was one of my top 3 bowling balls ever. Really bad for most other people. A lot of other people hated it. It got discontinued early. If you only go off of your own opinion, you don't really know what the ball does. I think you need more general consensus on it. And I feel like they're going to talk about that in a video at some point. Lamont, rank weakest to strongest. Hyperdrive, XL, Origin EX, and the new Equinox Solid. As XL is weakest. Origin EX is second weakest. Equinox Solid is third weakest. Hyperdrive Solid is strongest. I think that is where I will go. Mike Mitchell, how much do PBI guys use a ball with a ton of success? Weigh in your opinion. A lot. I think that matters a lot. If the best in our sport love a bowling ball, I think that's a really good sign. Those guys know game. Those guys know game better than a lot of us. Duncan, Sunstorm, Ball of All Eternity. Ooh. You are the one. Oh, well, you and your dad are the 2 people in the world that like that ball. Ooh. That ball was not great in a lot of situations. It was What do we call it? Mid. Very mid. Steven, we hit Lincoln Dots. Good morning from Singapore. Hey, good morning, man. Love to see that you're here from Singapore. Aya throwing a. Oh, yeah, we hit Aya. Jake, we hit. Dana Banana. Thoughts on my 3-ball arsenal? I love that name, by the way. Attention Star S2, Phase AI, and a Black Pearl Urethane. Yeah, it's looking good for a good couple ball arsenal right now. I love it. Randy, new 3-ball arsenal. Raptor Fury, Venom EJ, and Thrill Solid. A lot of solids. Love it. Jake, why does my favorite brand, Brunswick, hate making money? You know, I'm not a business guy. I don't run a business. I work at an insurance company as a tech dweeb. Like, I don't know. I don't try to make money at a business. But yeah, some situations that happen in the bowling world specifically, I'm like, were you trying to lose money there? I want to know the reason behind that decision. But yeah. And it's not just ball companies. A lot of places do it. Bowling alleys themselves do it a lot too. Vatican, what's going on? Nice haircut. Hey, thank you, man. Yeah, I got a haircut yesterday. It was getting a little shaggy. James, would you say that motive gear is a little better suited for lefties? Yes. I think lefties like the motive stuff a lot. And some of the just really solid Brunswick stuff. Noah, 2-hander, infinite physics, and a high road max. I need a middle ball. Fate or I have a Fate or Axiom Solid. Axiom Solid will be in between those two. Put a little, make it like 3000 grit. You'll love it. Professor Turtle Guy. I love the name. Is the Tropical Surge Solid with surface a good weak smooth ball? Yeah. So I should talk about this quick. Last night I drilled a high road 480 and then I drilled a Tropical Surge Solid. The purple, I think it was like the Midnight Purple is what the name was. It was the one that was made in Utah. That ball hooked so early for a while, but it was so slow down lane. So yes, that is a medium smooth bowling ball. John, Tropical Surge Solid is a beast on house shot. Aaron is plainly, oh, it's just her name. I didn't know she had a YouTube, in all honesty. Don Drake, what's the best bowling ball colorway you've seen this year? I was about to say the wrong one. Outer Limit Solid. Outer Limit Solid is top 3. I would go. What else is on that list, man? I'm a sucker for blue bowling balls. Make jokes, but yeah, it's yeah, I don't know. KBR, TV Bowling does sport shots. They do. They kind of do whatever they're wanting. Don, what's going on, man? I see Daniel, you don't consider your bowling brand a business. So my bowling brand, I'm not trying to make money is the thing. Like, my main goal here isn't to make $1 million. I'm talking like businesses where their main goal is to make money. And that's almost every business. Their goal is make money. My goal as a content creator is not to make $1 billion. Like, the money is very nice to be able to keep everything going and warrant the time that I'm putting into it, because this is a full-time job in and of itself. So I'm not trying to make the most money possible. What I'm trying to do is just improve the sport of bowling and help get you guys information that helps you become better bowlers, make better choices, and have some fun doing it, of course, and try to get something into the bowling world that isn't there right now that we've been lacking for the last 5, 10, 20 years. Is my hope. Lazy Lion used an old Brunswick Zone as my strike ball. That's wild. Old bowling balls can be fun sometimes. I feel that. Nightcapping. Buddy just got into bowling. No clue what he's doing. Wanted a new ball. Talked him into YOLOing a mystery box. No, it's fine. It's going to be 15 pounds, which might be the toughest part for him, but that's okay. KBR, best tape for fingers, specifically on the inside of my middle. Vice Bioskin. Vice Bioskin is going to be the stickiest tape that you can find. That is the only tape I've ever used that does not come off if you sweat. It's awesome. Amazing tape. 10 out of 10 will recommend it. I use the blue personally, but I think Prather uses the silver, and that stuff's really good as well. Omar, one-handed lefty, Rockstar Phase AI. What would you recommend to pair with them? I'd recommend another solid ball. IQ Tour is pretty goated. I wouldn't go, no, I wouldn't go Effect Tour. I would go like maybe a Theorem Solid could work too if you want stronger as well. Jake, Silksong is so good. Already have 55 hours. Dude, I got stuck in Silksong. I'm on an Act 2 boss. Top left of the map. I don't remember where. It's just like basically an enemy gauntlet and I can't get past it. I started playing Expedition 33. Wow. My favorite game of the last couple of years. This game is incredible so far. And I'm only like halfway through it. Let's see. Ms. Kita, I hate my Pure Envy is discontinued. What's equivalent? You can still buy a Pure Envy, but the next closest thing will be the 3D Offset Assault. That's going to be the next best option. Trying Eagle, is there anything I can do to make my ball hook later? Polish. Yep, polishing it is better. Is a good play. Steven, is it worth grabbing a ball like the Evoke and EJ Jackal? If you want something strong, they're both very strong. Jaybird, which video? I don't remember which one that is. KBR, what video? What was I talking about at that point, Jaybird? Sorry, I'm about 7 minutes behind right now. The High Halls Gauntlet, that's the one, Jake. Yep. Just use red tools. I thought I used tool. I used one. Yeah, I used the cog flies and it didn't work. So I gotta just be better. I probably put an hour into that boss fight and I can't do it so far. KBR, that's me with the Venom Cobra. Nice, love that. Aaron, as much as I love Storm and their staffers, I complain that they keep changing their mind to which balls they like better. When the Proton Physics was around, people were like the DNA and now the Ion Max, and they're really loving all the balls. Yeah, so we'll be blunt with you guys. 95% of the people on the internet get the bowling balls for free. Their goal is to market. That's how it is. All of your favorite creators get the bowling balls for free. If they're putting reviews out early, they are getting the balls for free. X in the Pit is the only one I know of that isn't on an early send list. And they're not that big. But they're the only ones that I know of. Everybody else is getting them for free. And some of them are true staffers. It is in their contract to make balls look good. Their goal is marketing. Some people, not as much. But in general, if you're getting free stuff, you should be saying good things about it. Especially if you're getting it from the company, because they can you don't want to bite the hand that feeds you, basically. So that's why you see that a lot. Now, whoever liked the DNA, I need to have a word with, because that ball sucked. That ball was so bad. Worst bowling ball I've thrown in the last couple of years. Gus, your suggestion go with the Rotogrip Glow seems to be answered by Rev Dominant Wood Lane's problem. Hey, that's awesome. Anything to go to that's weaker, Tropical Surge is going to be your play. I want everyone to succeed, but I question it. They might love it 1 minute, but yet later on they don't know what happened. It's the toughest thing with our sport of bowling. That's why my goal is to stay unbiased. That's why I want to focus on being honest, being blunt. I told you guys, I don't know how I feel about the Raptor Rain. I'm worried about it. My honest opinion. DNA sucks. Honest opinion. Like, if I like a ball, Ion Pro Solid. Storm isn't telling me to say anything. Only thing I have is Chad McLean sometimes commenting on my Instagram posts. So yeah, that's where we're at. Reese, it's funny that I went plus 30 for 9 games on an easy house shot. When it was changed to flatter, I went plus 200. That happens, honestly. Joe, I used to work at a bowling alley, and the owners intentionally ran the place at a loss as a tax write-off. Why? That's wild. Mike Mitchell, some retail companies will do a loss leader to try to gain loyalty long-term. Yeah, oh, for sure. That sometimes happens, but it doesn't really happen in bowling much, I don't think. Steven, what would be a good straighter ball I can throw from zone 1? You have a hammer effect, hammerhead. Arctic Vibe would usually be okay, but you might like a raw a little better. Might like that a little better. All Day Dough. Have you thrown the Equinox Solid? No, I will unfortunately not be throwing the Equinox Solid until release date. I do not have a way to get the bowling balls early, and I'm not on the early send list from Storm. Josh, do you think you could possibly make a video showing what it means to hook early or late? So Josh, it's a good question. Yes. Short answer, yes. I am trying to put together some kind of video with a ton of my old clips, trying to showcase bowling ball motion instead of just talking about it. I want to show it. So I am going to do that at some point. I got to find the best way to do it, though. So I'm trying to find a better option, because I get videos every time I bowl. I get videos of myself to work on my game, try to improve my form. I've been doing it for literal years and years. I think it's been probably 7 years that I've been doing that. But I need to find a way to get that to you guys to showcase, look at this ball being super smooth. Look at this ball being super angular. So yes, more to come, though. More to come. Ryan, thoughts on the Hammer Max Effect versus the Infinity? The Max Effect is a lot earlier. It's going to be earlier and a lot smoother. Steven, what would be a good... Oh, we hit that one. Aaron, High Road 40. I know we talked about it. Hopefully I can get one later. Yeah, I haven't thrown mine much. It was cool last night. It looked like a High Road Pearl, basically. Nightcappin, thank you for being here. Hey, thank you, Nightcappin. I'm glad you're here, man. Wayne, I just emailed you the B7 breakdown. Got it. Deal, Wayne. I'll check out my emails right after this. Feel free to read it on air. Let's see if I'm logged in. Ryan, will the IQ AI be clean enough for collegiate? Yes, it'll definitely be clean enough for collegiate. Okay, here we go. Wayne. Oh, there it is. Here's how I see the B7 stuff. I actually own and throw all these, not based on videos or reviews. Mesmerize earliest. Yep. Black Widow 3.0 early. Criterion mid is surprising. This is weaker and later. That's a little surprising. I was tempted to pick one up, honestly. I need a ball in that slot. I was thinking that or the Ion Max. Outer Limits mid. That one fits. Pure Envy mid. That one fits. Hypnotize super early. Yep. Power Hitter is mid. 3D Offset Assault is actually later. Interesting. Special Effect is later. Okay. And then Hater Hybrid is late. Okay. Interesting. Good to know. Good to know. Hey, Matthew, what's going on? Did you ever throw the Super Clutch? I did not. I've never thrown a Supra ball before. Never thrown the Supras. David Ruiz, current bag, Hyperdrive Pearl, Gremlin, Typhoon. I would go Rockstar. Yes, Rockstar will be the first ball out of your bag. Jaybird, the Cypher Pearl video X in the Pit was talking about. Yeah, that's one okay, I got to tell this story. So we got a lot of people hanging in right now. So funny thing with that video that they posted, there was a little bit of hate thrown my way in the comment section, was kind of funny. It was a lot of positivity. Thank you to everybody that commented positive things about me. Like, that means a ton. It was fun to read a lot of those. There was one comment that got me that made me laugh. A guy said, Zevia looks like he pees sitting down. And then a couple other things about how I don't know bowling. It was hilarious, though. Absolutely hilarious. Oh, that one made my day. Like, you can't get under my skin. It's very hard to get under my skin. That one was hilarious. Like, no one has ever said that to me before. That was a new one. Dondrick, who wins player of the year next year if you can't pick EJ? I think there's no urethane changes. Simo. I think Simo is going to have a killer year. He's been putting in a little more time. I like his chances. KBR, being from Wisconsin, everyone's calling the Raptor Rain the Packers ball. That's a fair point. That's a fair point. Ooh, let me catch up over here. Diecast. Worst ball I ever used is a virtual gravity. That's surprising. A lot of people like that ball. David, what's the best bowling ball? There's so many options. Best ever, Phase 2, Venom Shock, IQ Tour. Those are the three best, like, with the best longevity. Jackal Ghost. Josh, do you think you could... Oh, yeah. We did that one. Brad the Lefty, what are your thoughts on the Hammer Anger? Honestly, I do like the Hammer Anger. I think it's a good bowling ball. It is weak, high RG, but angular. The unique ball. Usually when you get that high RG, you get the lower differential. That one, you get the higher differential yet. So it flares and it hooks late, which is a weird combo, but I think it's a good combo. Aaron, I completely agree. I watch ball reviews and how to react is supposed to be strong. It looks way too clean, just like the reality and all XL. Yeah. Chucky, I've lost all reaction for all my bowling balls. You might not be cleaning them. You might have to clean them, might have to resurface them, rejuvenate them. Bowling balls in time do wear out and do stop reacting. Bart Builds, what's going on, man? Brian, is a Columbia 300 rally discontinued? No, it's just another one of the byproducts of Brunswick pumping out 1 billion bowling balls a year. It's one that gets forgotten. It didn't get much love. No Columbia ball in the last 3 years has gotten love from Brunswick's marketing department. So it just gets thrown to the wayside. It's fine. It's an okay ball, but just got thrown to the side. Hunter, I've never thrown a hammer ball. What ball do you think I should start with? From Hammer, Anger Solid is good. Hazmat Pearl is good. Black Widow is probably the go-to as just one to try. Seth White just got done practicing, rolled a 256 on a 36-foot pattern. Hey, congrats, man. That is awesome. Hey, Brady, DNA hater? Oh, dude, what? No. The DNA, story time. Good to see you, Brady. The DNA cost me nationals one year because, well, I was dumb. I was really dumb. I bought the DNA. I needed a big, strong, smooth ball. Whatever my ball was before that cracked. So I needed something big and slow. And that was the play at nationals, was super strong ASIM solid. I buy the DNA. I throw it a little bit. I realize, whoa, this ball's a lot weaker than I thought it was. I bring it anyway. I don't shoot 1700. I sucked. Now, a lot of physical problems, don't get me wrong. Like, it's not all the ball, but I'm a bowler, so I got to blame something else. And that ball was terrible. It was so bad for me. So I have and I tried re-drilling it. I tried shining it. I just cannot get that thing to roll well. No matter what I do, I just cannot get it to roll well, unfortunately. It was very sad because I didn't hate the ball. I liked the colorway. I liked the idea of it. Didn't match, which was sad. Hunter, what are your thoughts on the new 78 by Motive? Do you think it'll be the best 78 urethane? No. No, sorry. I will be blunt on that one. It is way too early to tell, but it's very hard to beat the Black Hammer. That is the best 78 hardness ball. And the Shadow Tank is interesting. I think the Shadow Tank is going to hook earlier because they put an absurd cover stock on it and they put it at 500 grit. So I think it's going to hook earlier, just if they're all at the same surface, but it doesn't flare. So I don't think it's going to do much down lane. The Black Hammer actually shapes. It rounds off the corner. You can play a little deeper with that ball. You will not be able to with the Shadow Tank. It hooks and rolls forward and locks up, just like a lot of the old tanks did, just like the gray one, the yellow one. A lot of the older tanks just did that same exact thing, and that's what the Shadow is doing. I am concerned about that ball. I do not recommend pre-ordering that ball until it's out, until we see it on patterns where it's supposed to be good. On a house shot, we can't see anything with that ball. Urethane all looks the same on house. Always looks the same. Duncan Kessler, I got a purple hammer right before Nationals, and with everything Hammer keeps posting against the USBC rule, kind of makes it feel petty and want to get rid of my purple. I was actually gonna count one day how many times Hammer has posted negatively about the USBC and about purple hammer. Honestly, like, very blunt answer is I think Brunswick and Hammer going against USBC so much is very harmful to bowling because they're getting a lot of their followers to hate the USBC. And at the end of the day, what I think we all need to agree on, if the USBC goes under, bowling goes under. Competitive bowling it flops. If any of the ball companies go under, bowling flops. Those two entities put so much money into bowling to help make youth bowling continue, to make adult bowling continue. If that ever happens, we are in a bad spot. So it's really unfortunate to see one of the pinnacles going against what USBC does and being petty. It does seem very petty with their marketing, and it's a trend right now, and it's unfortunate, but like, I kind of imagine, like, what if Callaway would do that to USGA? USGA would retribute them, or not retribute, but they would do stuff against them immediately. We don't have that in bowling. USBC can't really do much, but they get people to dislike them more, and there just isn't enough money. USBC is barely making anything, which is tough. And are there bad decisions being made by USBC? Of course, that happens, but we need them. We need them. We need the ball companies, because that's how bowling continues. That's how money keeps going through bowling. That's where the money's truly coming from, because PBA ain't going to keep it going. PWBA ain't going to keep it going. It's those companies that do it. Meat Coffin, feel like the ball companies are holding us hostage. They have bowling in a chokehold. They do. They can do whatever they want in bowling right now. That's why over the last 10 years, we have seen the same amount of balls get released every year, but that's why they do it, because they're the only options. No one's been able to do anything better. So they do. They truly are the owners of the sport of bowling. So it's very unfortunate seeing one of them try to hurt the future of bowling and harm bowling as a sport. It's very disappointing. But no, Duncan, yes. I get way too honest in these. That's gonna cause problems one day, isn't it? That's gonna cause issues for me, but oh well. Wayne, 3D is my ball of the year because it blends like a solid but changes direction like a pearl. Good to hear. Albert Wolf just wanted to say, my first stream in here, join the Discord. I'm in Fernape. Hey, love the name. Your bowling videos help me a lot. Hey, thanks for hopping in, Albert. Really appreciate it. Glad you're having a good time here. Really glad you're having a good time here. Chapel, what are your thoughts on the 900 Global Burner Solid? Old ball, but it was really good. Really good ball for a while. Bart with, this is an interesting point that a lot of people do have on socials. USBC may be important, but I doubt that bowling will disappear without the USBC, especially anywhere in the world. No, unfortunately, like, if USBC goes down, these are the tournaments we lose. We lose the US Open, we lose USBC Masters, we lose Junior Gold, which is the largest youth tournament in the world. We lose the PWBA Tour again. We lose the PWBA Regional Tour again, we lose anything with youth bowling. It's if USBC goes down, leagues do not have enough money in them. Your state tournaments, gone. Nationals, gone. Local tournaments probably stay alive, but there's not enough money in them. So you're going to have to, the entries are going to go up, right? Entry fee. So that's the biggest issue is if it goes down, we're in a tough spot. That's not something we need in this sport right now is to fight against each other. And that's what is kind of happening. Reese, would you suggest a hyper venom when you need something stronger than the fatal? Yeah, the hyper will be a little bit quicker, a little bit stronger. Mike Mitchell, getting my first coaching session. Any advice on what to expect and etiquette? Not really much for etiquette. Be willing to learn. Your coach will focus on 1 to 2 parts of your game. They're going to focus on very few pieces of your game. They're not going to give you a lot because the human brain can't fix everything. We can't focus on 10 things to fix at one time. They're going to hopefully give you one thing at a time. They're going to say maybe one thing about your swing and one thing about your footwork or something. Maybe they'll give you one thing. Maybe they'll give you 3. But either way, it's going to be very little, but it's going to be something you can take away and work on in the future. That's always the big part. Hey, Gabby, what's going on? Welcome, welcome. Pritzy, any recommendation on how to tell the wife I need a new bowling ball? Flowers. Flowers are a good play. Maybe like bring home like a good meal. That's always a good choice. Say somebody stole your credit card. That's always a good one. I don't know what happened. Someone took my card and they bought me a bowling ball. It's crazy. It's absolutely wild. Devin Bodeker, Hammer and Storm are being petty because they're posting about the urethane and how they hate the USBC. Storm is actually not. I'll back Storm on that one. They have not posted a single thing about the urethane ban. Storm and Motive have not said a word. It has only been Brunswick who's been saying stuff about the urethane ban. So Storm has said nothing publicly. None of their guys, nothing. Ship the ball to your pro shop. Ooh, that's a play. I haven't seen that one yet. That one's interesting. Seth White, have you gotten an eye on Max? I kind of want to. I haven't pulled the trigger yet. Ronnie Sheets, thank you for the info. Hey, thank you for watching, Ronnie. Really appreciate it. Thank you for watching from Facebook as well. We're trying to grow the Facebook a little bit more, so I'm glad you're hanging out over there. KBR doing a Motive test drive. Ooh, love it. Excited to try before I buy. Yes. Definitely try the Steel Forge versus the Evoke. You don't need both. Get one or the other. I think you're going to notice some good differences between the two, and I'm curious what you end up picking. So make sure to come back after you make a decision. I want to see what you think. Because also for the record, when we're doing these, I am getting information from you guys. All the suggestions I make are also based on the general bowling community. So if you guys say, man, I love ball XYZ, I remember that. I try to keep that in the back of my head when I'm looking through a lot of these bowling balls to help figure out what other people will like. Also, one of the window cleaning. Thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. Duncan, what do you think of the street fight? Oh, that's an oldie. I don't think we'll ever see the fight core back. I just do not think it was good. It was popular enough to see it back. Dondrick, I think I would go with Andrew Anderson. It's very hard for me to give a one-hander player of the year again who isn't named EJ Tackett. Andrew had the greatest year a one-hander with an under 500 rev rate could have. 100%. But I feel like next year is going to be a rev rate fest on tour. So I think a two-hander is probably going to win it. Or a guy with just an absurd rev rate. Let's catch up on TikTok a little bit. Remember, we are live on 4 different platforms right now. We're live on Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, and YouTube. So if you want to watch in a different format, or you see me commenting about comments that aren't in your section or on your app, that's because I'm reading from another one. So apologies for that, but we are live on all 4. If you guys want to see more diverse ZVL bowling content, make sure to follow a couple of them. We have long form on YouTube, short form on TikTok, more short form and pictures on Instagram, and Facebook is a little culmination of everything. Facebook lets you post almost anything you want. Let's see. JR, Frankie was a 350 rev rate will win player of the year. I would love that. I would personally adore seeing that happen. Now, is the PBA in 2025 made for somebody with a 350 rev rate? Not at all. It is unfortunately not at all. But I would be giddy watching that. I would be very giddy seeing that happen as a guy with a 500 rev rate. I would love to see that. JC Bowler, agree on the USB-C. They run the 2 best pro events and the best open event. PBA and Lucky and Bolero are the ones that suck. Yeah, and PBA doesn't have enough money. And Bolero would not put enough money into the game to do that. JR, we might be a little biased. No, not at all. No, there's no bias there. No, definitely. Yeah, you guys don't have videos with Frankie all over your channel. No, you guys don't know the guy. Not in the slightest. Brandon, have you ever used the Black Widow Toxin overseas ball? I have not, but I know it's super smooth, super slow, and very bright. That color is nuts. Matthew, the DNA is worse than the direct hit? Yes. Yes, DNA is worse than the direct hit. Because both of them, well, the DNA was unfortunately just not the ball that was advertised, and the direct hit is just not a ball that most people need. They're 2 different bats. 7-1, how should high rev rates learn to adjust to dry lanes? Good options are taking your hand out of the ball a little bit more, lowering your rev rate, changing your ball roll, or even increasing that ball speed with control. Make sure that it's still controllable. I haven't looked at the time since we started. It's like, oh, wow, it's been an hour and a half. Nice. We're not going anywhere yet, but just nice. Meat Coffin, feel like, oh, we hit that one. Colk, Motive Bowling is goated. I mean, Motive fans love their Motive equipment. Sarah Capillo, what's going on? KJ, what's the best Jackal to buy? Right now, Jackal Ghost. Still the Jackal. It'll always be the Jackal Ghost. Mets fan for life. Ooh, not a good time to be a Mets fan. Just pre-order the new Equinox. Love that, though. That's a good mechanism to get over the Mets missing the playoffs. So that's awesome. Good. I have my Seattle Mariners sweatshirt on. I've never been to Seattle. I just love the Mariners. I don't know why. And I want to see them win so badly. I would love to see a Mariners World Series. Should Raleigh win the MVP? No, but I would love to see that. Anyways, Alien, do you think Rockstar, Crown Vic, and Evoke Hysteria are good league arsenal? Oh yeah, 100%. It's a really good league arsenal. I love it. Mets fan, yes, I would love it. I love Big Dumper. He's the best. Love that guy. That's gonna be on the ZVL baseball channel. Be ready for that. Bart Builds, we hit. Steven, Venom Shock or Primal Ghost, Venom Shock. Matthew Novak, what's going on, Matthew? That's on the Sublime Focus. Easily my favorite ball in the bag. Hey, that's awesome. I'm glad you like it so much. I'm really glad you actually like that ball. Yeah, it's too close to the phase 2 is the problem. Any ball that's close to the phase 2 is just not going to get the love that it deserves. Pritzy, any recommendation on how to tell the wife? We hit that one. Gabby, what's up again? Lazy Lion, I would love to try some ABS. Yeah, that's going to be a little pricey. Give me a little bit of money. Buds, I'm torn between the Equinox Solid and Phase 2. That's a tough guess. They're going to be close. Equinox Solid is basically an asymmetrical version of the Phase 2. 50-50, honestly. Phase 2 is a little cheaper right now. Phase 2 does have the reputation that the Equinox Solid does not. Chapel, what would you recommend in between the Origin and Ember Zen 25? Pritzy, we hit. Let's see. Mike Mitchell, thank you so much for everything. Yeah, absolutely, Mike. You being honest is why we're all here. Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Thank you. I'm glad you guys come and watch these. It's awesome. It's fun to see how many people hang in and all that jazz. It's great. Gandhi, what's going on? Good morning to you. Buds, I mean, Phase 2 is the GOAT for a reason. Wayne, I want to see Santu make more shows. Santu seems like the coolest dude you'll ever meet. Absolutely. He seems way too chill, but he throws it so good. It's the most casual 500 rev rate you're ever going to see. It's great. He throws like 3 bowling balls, drilled a billion ways. Oh, JR, I missed that one. We're not on it. You guys are on Frankie's jersey? Really? I didn't know that. That's super dope. I did not know that at all. Sweet. That's awesome to see. Also, Yofo. Love Brando and Jungo's balls videos for beginners. Hey, that is awesome. Yeah, that video, I think that video popped off, which is the perfect way to get some people into bowling. That is what we need. What JR does is what we need. Go give them a subscription. Be rude not to. Corey, where would the IQ Ruby fit? That is in the weak and sharp category. Reese, I also get a Venom Shock with the Hyper. That'll definitely be smoother, for sure. Yofo, a staffer told me ball speed is more important than rev rate, and rev rate is overrated. No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. It is not overrated. No, you need rev rate. You need speed too, but rev rate is very important. Gandhi, I do play a lot of sport patterns and flat patterns. Can you suggest the best ball? Flat patterns will be purple hammers. Yeah. Otherwise, smoother, strong bowling balls, phase twos, effect tours, lethal venoms, things like that will be better for you. Mike Mitchell, being from Minnesota, are you a hockey fan? I am the only person in my state who does not watch hockey and does not like hockey. I was in such a tiny subset of the state that was a basketball area. We had a hockey team that was combined with like 3 other towns. They never won while I was in high school. They never won a game. So I was all basketball. So I am not a hockey guy. And that is weird to say because Minnesota is the state of hockey. So wild. JR Mariners are technically our local team. Hey, that's a good thing. That's a fantastic thing. Ooh, Dondrick is a Dodger fan, born and raised in LA. That's totally fair. Biggie, is RST the strongest ball in the market? No, the maximum effect is going to be the strongest ball in the market right now. Timothy Gray, love the content. Thanks, man. 3-ball Deviate Arsenal. Deviate doesn't have much on the market right now. They have what? The Heckler. I think that's still in production. I would go Heckler, Hater Pearl, Troublemaker Solid. 1, 2, 3. Gavin, is the RST Hyperdrive strongest in the market? No, it is not. It is not the strongest. It'll stay for a while, but it is not the strongest ball in the market. Let's see. Zool, I'm struggling with carry. 48-foot 3-to-1 pattern. 1, that's a long pattern. 2, you're going to need a really strong bowling ball. Your ball is probably just is not actually hooking when it's hitting the pocket, and that's going to cause carry issues. You need your ball to hook earlier, which is very hard to do on 48 feet. Very hard to do. Nerdy Bowler finally bought an axe. Love to hear that. Always, everyone, in my opinion, everyone does need a spare ball. I think it's fantastic. I think it just makes spare shooting easier. There's no reason to make spare shooting harder. It should be just something that's there. Biggie, I destroyed my league with a hammer line, Max V1 in Mania. Okay, there you go. KBR, someone should make a fantasy bowling league. People tried and always failed, unfortunately. Always failed. Albert, so since you like playing Pokemon, you have a favorite gen. Oh yeah, I have a Quaxley right here. I have Leafeon right there. I got a Froakie over in the corner. Wow, Zach, you're pointing. What are you doing? Froakie in the corner. We got a couple more down there. But yeah, I would say, I mean, my first game was Gen 3, so I have to go Generation 3 just for nostalgia. I will die on the hill that Gen 9 is the best game. And if it released with Nintendo Switch 2 capabilities and without the frame rate issues, I think people would think that's the greatest game ever made. So Gen 9's up there. Gen 6 is good. Gen 5 is fire, of course. Gen 4 is fantastic. I wasn't a fan of Gen 7 much. I just can't. I don't know. I don't know why I didn't like it. But Gen 8 was okay. I didn't like that one much either. Gen 9 I thought was amazing. KBR Brewers are going to win the World Series. I mean, I would love to see that too. But like, that one's going to be tough. That's going to be tough to get through the NL. Very tough. JC, you're getting a track theorem. Heard you like it. We'll then have SPI Motive in Brunswick. There you go. If it's a good ball, I don't care who makes it. It's a good way to go at it. Good way to see what you like better. Gandhi, what do you think Motive will release? Jackal series? No, it'll be a Pearl. I should actually, is now a good time? Do I have? Yeah, we should be good. Breaking news in the bowling world. We have 2 discontinued bowling balls. We'll be seeing a video. I hopefully can find a time to get a video out because there's so many, there are just so many videos to make in the next couple weeks. But we have 2 discontinued bowling balls from Motive Bowling. The Crimson Jackal is gone. The Pride Liberty is gone. Both discontinued. You can still purchase them, but they are not being made anymore in the Motive plant. So with that, I think January 2026, we are going to see the first ball of the year from Motive be a new Pearl Jackal. I guarantee well, I won't guarantee it. It'll probably have a cover very similar to the Evoke Hysteria is what it's going to be. So be ready for that. But you heard it here first. We'll have a video out in a couple days. Breaking news for you guys, though. You know, you don't have to keep it on the down low either. Like, if you like those 2 bowling balls and you want another one, there you go. But they are discontinued. I did just get that, or I just found that out earlier today. Alien, do you think a Crown Victory or High Road 40 is better for dry burn? Both are really good. Crown Vic is going to be a little quicker down lane, so if you want quick, go with that. Gabriel, member, thank you so much, man. C4 is better than Monster. Ghost is better than Rain. You know, I think those are 4 great options. Thank you for not putting Red Bull in that list because Red Bull sucks. So appreciate that. But thank you so much for becoming a member. If you guys want to become a member, there is a picture, there is a button down below my face after you subscribe that you get a bunch of cool perks with it. Also, early videos too. P. Rivera, after not being bowling for 5 years and bowling balls over 10 years old, how can I pick a ball from these newest beast mode balls? So you are, did JR really say bang? What year is it? 2019? I didn't even know bang was being made anymore after they got sued out of their minds. Still, they're still good. They're Strawberry Kiss Delish. Fire. Absolute fire. I'm still upset that Rainbow Unicorn is gone. That broke me as a man. That broke me. I cried that day that I found out. That was my favorite flavor. That was by far my favorite bang flavor, and they just stabbed me in the heart. Sad day. But anyway, Rivera, your best option. I have a ton of ball guides on my channel. I would recommend just picking a medium and sharp symmetrical pearl ball, picking one up and just seeing what you think. Pick one that like my channel says is a good ball. Try grabbing that. You have so many options. You're not going to be able to go wrong with a lot of them. So just pick one that we talk about and you'll be good. Brent, thank you for the follow on TikTok. JR, that was my favorite too. It hurt. It hurt so bad when I found out the Rainbow Unicorn was gone. It was the saddest day. Jess, any idea what happened to Belmo these last few years? He made a few shows, but still hasn't scored. He's still a top 10 player in points every year. Belmo, the hard thing with bowling, we put such a big emphasis on winning and not on making the top 5. Bowling, one of the toughest things to do is win. There are so many bowlers you have to go through, so many lucky things that have to happen to be able to win a title. Like if you look, you can be the best bowler of the week, get to the step ladder, you have to bowl one game against the best in the world. It's a coin flip every time. One game matches can be a coin flip so easily. When I took second a couple weeks ago where the final like 3 rounds were just a bracket. And one of my matches, I hit the pocket less. I think I hit the pocket at the same time as my opponent. I just carried. He left a 7-pin to lose, like Swisher 7-pin, and it stinks. But bowling is like that, and that is one thing. Belmo has just not had as many unlucky any lucky breaks. He has not been as icy on TV as he once was, where he was just, you couldn't stop him on TV, and people just aren't scared of him anymore. I think that fear tactic is gone. That fear factor is gone because there's so many other good players. And that's what you saw with EJ this year. He didn't lose on TV. That man couldn't lose. Belmo lost a lot on TV. So Belmo's still killing it. Just, he's not winning on TV as much. Lazy Lion in my country, hockey is played on a field. Oh, good old field hockey player. Ooh, all right, all right. I love that. I love field hockey is cool to me. I like field hockey a lot. I like it better than ice hockey, which I'm guessing Minnesota authorities will be at my door any second saying, oh, watch out there, bud. Can't be saying that kind of stuff on the internet, you know. Say anything bad about ice hockey. Gandhi, Jackal Onyx, smooth, strong smooth. R Chillian, hey, what's going on, Chillian? Love to see that. I love to see you here. What condition would be best for the Crimson Jackal? Fresh / transition. Fresh on a house shot, transition on everything else. Super strong ball. Flares a lot, but also pearl. And Gavin, I watched Maximum Bob throw the new effect. It looks good, but I don't have his revs. You don't need his revs. It's just a very strong bowling ball. It's going to be the strongest ball in the market. And it depends on I know hammer videos are always tough when they do that because they don't compare the ball. So you just see one of the best bowlers of the last 20 years just slinging pins around with 1 billion rev rate. So it's a tough piece. Have you been to the Hoinky Classic? I have not. No, I have not. Gandhi, Attention Star versus Hyperdrive Pearl. Both really good, both fairly close. Hyperdrive Pearl's a little bit later. JC, we hit, I think, right? Yeah. Oh, if it's a good ball, I don't care. 4 ball, phase 2 shock theorem ghost. Ooh, you got the goats. You got the goats, and I love that. I think it's good. Wayne, I hated my Arctic, so I polished it and turned it into a spare ball. That's fair. That's fair. And Bryant, my Cincinnati Reds are going to get boat raced against the Dodgers. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, they are. Yeah. Shohei started off with a bomb yesterday. That's terrifying. But yeah, going against Shohei is scary. That is, I was a pitcher back in baseball when I played baseball. And like, you get to a point where hitters don't really scare you. Shohei's a beast of a human being. He's 6'5". He's ripped out of his mind. And he hits home runs on the dumbest of swings. That I think is the point where you feel that little bit inside of like, oh no. Gandhi, why are there more Pearl Balls than Solid? Pearl Balls sell better. It's as simple as that. Also, Kayla, thank you for all the gifts over on TikTok. Appreciate it. But yeah, Pearl Balls, shiny bowling balls on the shelf generally sell better than matte or dull ones. Gabriel, cotton candy is the only good flavor. Wow. Gabriel, I know we've talked. Have you had that Bubblicious cotton candy from Ghost? Did you like it? I really like mine yet. I think it's good. Javen, thoughts on the 900 Global Cove? I personally like my Cove for house shots. I think it's good for house shots. I think it needs polish on it, though. It needs to be shinier. Mine came out of the box at like 2000 grit. I think Storm messed up, or I just had a super dull ball. I think that those are better. Brent, Jackal Ghost, Pride, Liberty, Black Venom, Hyper Venom. What would you add? Jackal Ghost, Pride, Liberty, Black Venom, Hyper. Maybe like a Strong Pearl. Evoke Hysteria might be good. Chapel, if I plan on bowling Junior Gold, should I get a 78 hardness urethane? I would wait a little bit, Chapel. I think you should keep your purple hammer if you have one right now for a while. And then once we get there, we can kind of figure it out. I think that's only a decision you need to make in like April. Don't really need to make it yet. Jack, I'm a little late to the stream. Oh, all good, Jack. Don't worry. Gandhi, should I buy a Jackal Onyx or wait for a new ball release for fresh? The Onyx is going to be the best fresh one. Whatever the new Pearl Jackal will be, that probably comes out in January, you won't need for fresh. You'll need that for transition. Mike Otani fears Skeens, though. I mean, Skeens is also a terrifying human being. He is the most emotionless human being I've met. I watched a podcast with him and Mookie, and he has nothing. There is nothing. He's just so monotone. Crazy. Michael Pace, what's going on, man? You have a Hustle X-Ray and a Bubblegum Vibe. I'd recommend a stronger ball. I think you can start getting into stronger equipment. Get some medium sharp or medium smooth ball. P. Rivera, best balls for up and in. There's a lot of options if you play straighter. You'll like smoother stuff. Definitely. Cove might not be bad. Ion Pro might be kind of good. Things like that. Vincent, what 3-ball arsenal for Motive would you recommend for a 2-hander? No specific oil pattern, just versatile. Motive, luckily, is easy to make an arsenal for. Venom Shock. Evoke Hysteria. Max Thrill Pearl, probably next. Brian, what ball is similar to the Jackal Ghost? None. Nothing. It's a very unique ball in its sense. It's probably similar to like a Theorem Solid or an Equinox Solid, though, somewhere in that range. KBR, that Lemonade Iced Tea from Ghost, that thing was fire. That thing was really good. Yofo, love the copper drops. Hey, thank you, man. We'll have another one probably in a week or two. You might see some changes, though. Be ready. There's a couple bowling balls that are on super sale for no reason at all. I don't know. Yeah, it's weird. JC, pearls are the IPAs of bowling ball. That's something I've never seen. Gabriel, did you remember the post that? Yeah, I mean, we've posted so much about caffeine on Discord, Gabriel. Also, I should say this here, might as well. We are running a giveaway on our Discord right now for a ZVL Bowling Chamois, or red and blue ZVL Bowling Chamois for a Guess My Series for tomorrow night. So on our Discord, I ask everyone on Discord to vote for my league bag every single week that I bowl league all season long. So I put out a poll of 10 bowling balls that are randomly generated from a list of bowling balls that I own, about 35 of them. And then you guys pick your top 3. I bring the top 3 bowling balls, and I'm doing a giveaway tomorrow on Discord. So go join my Discord. Link is down below. Link is in all my descriptions. And take your guess. It's in the Choose Zach's League bag, where I have a post where you can vote on what bowling balls I bring, and you can guess my series. I have 2 leagues that are going on. So whoever gets closest is going to win a chamois. I will send you a free DH Labs ZVL chamois. So make sure to check it out. We're almost at 1,000 members on Discord too. It was awesome. Where are we at? Albert, Mookie is great at bowling. Oh, Mookie's an awesome human being. He's just an amazing dude. Gandhi, can pearl balls be played on fresh? They can. It depends on your rev rate. Usually solids are better on heavier patterns, though. Yofo, JR, hope you guys put out more videos with Brando. He's awesome. Dondrick, what's the difference feel-wise between oval and lift? Lift, it makes your pitch feel a little more forward. So like if your pitch usually sits where your finger's like that in the ball, it's gonna feel more like that. So it doesn't do much. I recommend oval. I don't really recommend lift ever. And Bart, I've been away for the last couple of weeks. Did everyone make you use the TDH every week? No, because what we do is I have all my bowling balls, but Discord doesn't let you make a poll over 10 options. So what I do is I throw them into random.org. They're all my bowling balls, and I hit the randomize button, and I'll pick the top 10. Whatever 1 through 10 are, I'll put those in the poll for Discord, and those are what we use. Just so that's one way that I don't throw the same balls every single week either, because I also want to I use League to understand what different bowling balls do against each other. So it's kind of a win-win in that way. Like right now, if we look, we have a lot of guesses out here. That's awesome. We have the 173 votes. The Tropical Surge Solid is in the lead by 2 votes. Next is the Optimum Idol Glow at 28 votes. Origin is at 22 votes. The Envy Tour is at 19. The Infinite Physics is at 18. And the Vaporize is at 15. The Beyond Infinity is crying down there with 6 votes. So make sure to come join. It's an awesome place. Let's see. Let me keep catching up. Duncan, appreciate you for everything you've doing to grow the sport. Thank you, man. You're such a chill dude when I met you at the Tat. Appreciate it. Love to bowl doubles with you if you're ever in Phoenix. Oh, for sure. Let me know. Or bowl on Megalodon. Yeah. I want to travel a little more for tournaments. I'm trying to do that more. Find time. I have a lot of vacation time at work. That's what I'm trying to do is try to get out more. And I do want to like open up tournaments with you guys. Like I would love to bowl tournaments with just some of the viewers out there. I think that would be super fun. So if there's any doubles or trios terms, remember I'm in Southern Minnesota. I will drive. Like if there's something big in Chicago, I'll come drive down. So let me know. I'd love to bowl some of that stuff with you guys, or if there's a cool tournament to go to. I know there's a tournament in Wisconsin, I think next weekend that I might go to. It's about 3 hours away from me, but EJ's going to be there. It's pretty cool. Gabriel, but I can't find it anymore, but Strabango. Oh, Strabango's so good. Wayne League direct hit 450. I don't think I'd shoot 450. I think I'd get at least to like 530. Mike Mitchell, I have the Lightning Blackout, RST Hyperdrive, and getting an ice. Nice. Love that. Not brand loyal. I think a ball in between the Lightning and the Hyperdrive. It depends if you want a solid or a pearl. If you like your Hyperdrive better, I'd recommend a medium solid ball, medium smooth ball. Phase 2, Rockstar, Hammerhead, Venom Shock, something like that. If you like the Lightning Blackout better, I'd get like a strong sharp ball. You know, you've got Equinox, Hyperdrive Pearl, you've got Black Widow Mania, GB5 Pearl, Evoke Hysteria. A lot of those balls will be better. Gandhi, ball of the year until now. It's a race between the Ion Pro Solid and the Evoke Hysteria right now. Black Widow Tour could jump on that list. I have high hopes for that ball. JC, just put a lift grip and ring and oval and middle like Robert Smith. It's that, I forget what that does if you have lower in the ring. I think that makes you go around the ball more if you have the lift in the ring. If you have the lift in the middle, I think it makes you be more up the back of the ball, if I remember right. Don't quote me on that. Jack, I've added forward pitch to my middle finger, reverse to my ring, left pitch everywhere. You'd think I'd get really around it, but my track still clips my thumb. Hey, that's okay. Figuring out grip is one of the toughest things in bowling. JB Automotive, I'm struggling on synthetics with the bubblegum vibe. Yeah, it's probably a little too weak. That is a weak bowling ball, so you might need something a little stronger or put some surface on it. All right, we're going to do last call for questions. We're getting close to 8 o'clock, so last call for questions. Throw any other questions or comments you got down below, and I'll hit as many as I can quick, and then we'll call it a night. Quick little shameless plugs. Make sure to drop a follow or a subscription on whatever channel you're on. It's completely free. It's the best way to help support the channel and help me continue to do what we're doing over here, getting you 3 videos a week on YouTube, getting you 2 videos a day on TikTok, and getting you a video a day on Instagram and a video a day on Facebook. So it's really appreciated if you guys end up doing that. It's the best way to help support. So huge thank you to everybody who has helped in the past. It's gotten us to a really cool spot. We might have some unique and cool deals coming very soon for the channel that are going to help grow bowling and help grow the ZVL channel. Some really, really unique things coming, and I'm excited to talk about them sooner rather than later. Hopefully in the next week or so, we'll have some more going on. Let's see. Let's catch up a little more. Bart, good to hear that you didn't have to use the TDH. I did 1 week. It was on there. I threw it for I threw it 4 shots. I went Brooklyn. I went pocket 4-9. I went Swisher 7-pin. And then I went a 3-6-10 on nearly the same shot. And then I threw it in the bag. And it never left again. KBR, I'm in the Green Bay, Wisconsin area. Ooh, love that. Love that area. I've been in Green Bay once. It was such a fun area. Such a cool area. Hit a couple bars, went to all you can eat sushi. Yeah, sushi in Green Bay, Wisconsin shouldn't be good, but it was phenomenal. Lazy Lion, I could use a doubles partner, but I doubt you'll fly over. Hey, we'll see. We'll see. Corey, can you help me out? My radical hitter cracked. I'm sorry. Brunswick replaced it with a no doubt solid. I'm assuming they did that because the hitter was discontinued. Yes. The ball, the ball is way different. Yeah. But Radical doesn't have a ball similar to that original hitter anymore. So I would recommend putting some surface on it. They will not let you return it either. Unfortunately, they will not let you return it at all. Professor Turtle Guy, that's still the best name of the day. I love it. How do you feel about the track theorem Pearl? It's okay. It's fine. I got a Zen 25 as a smoother replacement. It works right. Yeah, the Zen is better. The Theorem Pearl was kind of a swing and a miss. It was like the Theorem, but a little more just forward off the spot. So, not great. Gandhi, my bowling ball is drilled without knowing my pap. My pin to pap is 5. They drilled 3 inches from pin to pap. That'll just make it a little earlier. It's going to make it a bit earlier, which is, it could be okay, honestly. Jack Mo used to say that low track players are middle finger dominant, high track or ring finger. Okay. That fits really, really well. Thank you so much for that one, Jack. I've had really good Korean barbecue in the desert. You'll find some good food in weird places. I know, it's weird, isn't it? Like, you'll find some really good food in the oddest of places where, like, that might give me food poisoning. And then you go there and, like, I might have food poisoning, but it tasted really good. So it's weird. It's so odd. One of my favorite things when I'm going anywhere for traveling is find the weirdest places to eat that are local and just see how it is. Because you're there for the story, right? Bentley, phase 2 is really good. Ion Max is good. Yes, absolutely. Loic Bowling, what's going on? How you doing? Should I play deep with the Ion Max? You can. It depends on the pattern. It's usually better from straighter, but you could. Let's see. Kevin, thank you so much for being helpful with your knowledge. Yeah, absolutely, Kevin. Gonna use the Onyx and High Road for tournaments. Love to see that. Good luck. Bart, Brooklyns are good. Last night in the league, 80% of my strikes were Brooklyn. Oh, that's awesome. One of my most vivid memories when I first started bowling tournaments is I shot a 267, I think, to make the cut somewhere. 10 strikes for the 267. And I think I missed a 10 pin in there. I went Brooklyn on 8 of those 10 strikes, I think. It was a super hard pattern. I never bowled on really hard patterns before that. 8 out of 10 strikes were Brooklyn. It was awesome. People were not happy with me. Gandhi, any high performance balls released this year? Oh, absolutely. We're going to have a ton. There's probably another 15 releases between now and the end of the year, maybe 20. So expect a lot. Like Brunswick hasn't even announced their stuff for October yet, or November, whenever it'll be. Crazy White Dude, replacing my Cypher Pearl. Recommendation. See? People don't like the Cypher Pearl. Now, Cypher Pearl Crown Victory is going to be a quicker version. That's similar strength. GB5 Pearl is going to be close, just stronger. I think one of those two will be the play. PMP got the phase 2 with your Bowler Smart link. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Brian, any new thoughts on the Equinox Solid? It's looking like it's closer to the absolute power than I expected. I didn't think it would be close to the absolute power, but it's seeming fairly close. So it is that strong core, medium cover stock. I know Storm pushed it as being stronger and being in between Ion Max and phase 2, which I love. That's a spot that we need filled in the bag. We only have the Theorem Solid right now. I misspoke in my video, and that is a ball that fits in between. But I think it'll be good. I haven't seen enough of it to say, like, this ball's good, because not any people have thrown it. We've seen staffers throw it, and people who get the balls for free throw it. That's it. So I think when we see it more in the public's hands, we're going to have a better idea. But it's looking okay so far. I don't hate it yet, which is a good sign. All right, couple more. Vito, ever been to the Mississippi Gulf Coast? We have the Double Diamond Tournament. I have not. I have never been to Florida. I've never been anywhere in Southeast U.S. I've been to New Orleans and Baton Rouge for nationals this past year. I've never been to the East Coast. I think the furthest east I've been is Michigan and Baton Rouge. So kind of sad. I've never been to Eastern time zone. Or Michigan is. Michigan was Eastern time zone, actually. Detroit was the furthest east I got at. To be a little more specific, have I not gotten anything? That's sad. And Gabriel, effect and 3D attack is a combo? Absolutely. Deadly combo like Chipotle and Ghost. Wait, Barks in watching on JR? Oh, yeah. Yeah, Barks has been here the whole time. Yeah, JR Pro Shop guys. The goats. Let's hit a couple more over on TikTok. We'll call it a day. Anthony, what urethane or pearl do you recommend? I'm thinking about getting the level. If you're looking for a urethane ball, one, remember it's not good on house shots. Purple hammer is your best bet. If you want to get a pearl ball, I would recommend, there's a ton of really good options for pearl balls. Zen 25, Ember, GB5 Pearl, Hazmat Pearl, Combat, Black Widow Mania, Evoke Hysteria, Primal Rage, etc., etc. Ms. Keita, I love the JR Pro Shop guys. So do we. So do we. Horst, what's up? Dawson, can you talk about the Jackal Ghost? Jackal Ghost is one of the best asymmetrical balls of all time. Really, really good. Fits below your super, super strong ball, but above your benchmark. So fantastic piece. Trying to tune in while plugging some balls. Ooh, better get those colors right. How long? I'm curious how long other pro shops take to plug or to get the color matching on bowling balls. I swear some pro shops, like you see the color matching be so perfect that they take like 30 minutes. Where like it's impressive. It's an art that I am not an artist in. I've never been an artist. Never said I was an artist. Can't be. Wayne, you're locked in a bowling alley. You control the oil machine. How long would it take you to throw 300 with the direct hit? I would give it, if I could just reset my game after I miss, 20 games. 20 games if I can pick the pattern. And it's a direct hit that is not drilled how mine is right now. I can drill it better. I did not put a good layout on it. I found out after the fact. All right. But I think we are going to call it on that, guys. We are a little past 8 o'clock, so I want to give a huge thank you to everybody that hung out today. Make sure to drop a follow or a subscription on your way out the door. Thank you so much for hopping in. We have weekly live streams every single Wednesday now through the end of the year, 6 o'clock Central Time every single Wednesday. We're going to have a few other streams going on throughout the weeks. We have a couple gaming streams coming up soon because we have a new Pokemon game dropping on October 16th. We are going to have a live stream that day of Pokemon Legends ZA. We're going to have that on the Twitch and the TikTok. I want to get more streams going, hopefully with a little bit more time. I'm a little more caught up on videos. I just have to plan my time a little better and we'll figure it out. But that is something I want to do a little better. Michael J. Speck, thank you so much for the follow on TikTok. Appreciate it. But again, I want to thank you guys so much. Nub is ready for ZA. I'm so ready for ZA. I'm so hyped. But that is going to be at TikTok. We're going to say goodbye to you guys first. TikTok, appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for hopping in. I will see you on the next one. See ya. All right, and that is it for TikTok. I am here with you guys, Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. I want to thank you guys so much for hopping in too. We have a lot of cool content coming. We do have a storm ball that is probably being announced on Friday, by the way. It was leaked in the Bowler's Journal. I should have mentioned that when TikTok was here. It's going to be your lasting little thing, a little bit of breaking news. There was a new rock star that was leaked, a little bit of a leak that happened in Bowler's Journal this week. So I got to check if I have my Bowler's Journal copy here, but I think it's a shiny rock star is what it looks like. I expect an announcement Friday, which is going to be weird that they had an announcement last week and then another one, but more to come. So get ready for Friday, hopefully 10 a.m. I'll have a video ready for you guys, but otherwise, thank you guys so much for hopping in. Really do appreciate it. Love every single one of you, but I will see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.